Alrighty, guys, welcome to Something About Tabletop. We're going to be doing a apparently small Shadowrun game called Missing Persons. So first, we're just going to do some introduction of the characters that we're going to the meet, and then I'll explain what's going to be happening on at the meet. So we'll start at Maps and Dragons, and then we'll go Ian, and then David. So, well, Phil, go ahead, tell us your character, and tell us about yourself if you want, even though everyone probably knows who you are.
Hi, my name is Phil Posey. I'm on the channel Maps and Dragons, and today I'll be playing a character named Ryan Parker, aka Scorpion, aka Ryan Gosling's Spider-Man. And he's going to be the wheelman of the group, and he's a little bit of a face, and a little bit of a shoot you in the face kind of guy. You know.
And run you over in his car and crush your face kind of guy.
Yes, with a hammer.
With a hammer. All right. Ian, you're up.
Hi, I'm Ian. I run a channel called Fantastic Dimensions. I am reprising the role of Catherine Zephyr, also known as Zep. She's my Decker character, the only character I've ever played in Shadowrun. This will be, I think, my 6th run. Yes, it is my 6th run.
Yeah,
I kept track of it. Yeah, she's not very good with guns, but she's extremely good with electronics and computers and things of that sort. So, and she has a little bit of social issues as well. She doesn't do well with crowds, but that's me.
All right. David.
Okay, my name's Dave, and I'll be playing Lily. She's a wolf shaman, and apparently she's an elf that looks human, so that's kind of interesting. And apparently her area of expertise is looks to be mainly she's got a leaning towards combat spells, which is good. I like that. So we'll see how it goes. This is my first run in a long time.
All right, I'll try to baby you, okay? It should be okay. Everything will be okay. Okay, so this is how it starts off. You got your fixers call you up, and they say they've got a bit of a job for you. Pretty much how it goes, there is a Johnson, who is who is a leader of an elven sympathizer group, and he is looking out for runners that are willing to take a look into strange disappearances in the Redmond barrens in a certain area near Glow City. Pretty much how it goes is the elves have been disappearing, but strictly elves. I mean, people disappearing is one thing, but just elves? That's kind of weird. So the guy wants to talk to you about it, and then hopefully hire you guys on to investigate what's going on. It's as simple as that. They've told you that the place of meet is a fairly nice, pretty much a mansion in Bellevue, which is a really nice part of town just outside of downtown Seattle. The security there itself is probably going to be pretty hot, so bringing in live guns and ammunition into the Bellevue area and into the mansion is probably a big no-no, though if you want to go through the effort, you probably can. And hopefully you don't get pulled over by cops when you get in your way there.
I don't advise it.
All right, is there anything else we need to know?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, unless you want to ask your fixer or anything explicitly. But that's all he knows. But if you want to know some extra information about this guy, maybe you can pull his leg or ask some of your other contacts.
This is to do with the ancients.
Yes, I would like to know the name of the organization that is the Elven Sympathizer Group. What's the exact name?
They're called the Sylvanti.
The Sylvanti.
Yeah, the Sylvanti is actually part of an elven nation.
Elven nation, okay.
Yeah, it's basically, I guess, kind of like their ambassador kind of group, but not really. They're kind of for all elves, and they want more people to come to the Sylvanti kind of thing. It's that kind of thing. And so they have outreach in groups in many different countries to basically try to get elves to come to the elven nation. And this is what these guys do.
Being that Lily is elven, would she possibly have any other information about that group?
Well, you definitely know of the Sylvanti. I'm just going to actually check if you actually have the knowledge language of the elves, because all this kind of stuff is relatively new. Because elves have only been around for like 60 years, so you don't have Elven. It's kind of like not everyone goes for kind of the elven kind of supremacy kind of thing that goes on in elven communities, because elvens are higher than thou. because they literally don't age. No one really knows what's going on there right now, but other than that, there's probably nothing much you know other than knowing of them.
Mm.
Unless you have explicit
Now,
knowledge.
is this mansion? Does my fixer know if this mansion of the Salvanti are the people who pay for this mansion, or is this man independently wealthy and has this mansion?
Well, talking to recent self about this guy who's running it, he tells you that this is pretty much the mansion itself, not explicitly this guy's. It's actually owned by the Sylvanti, and it is used by people coming to Seattle from the Elven nations.
Is it a hostel of sort for elves?
Yeah, kind of like a hostel of sort, but mainly for Elven emissaries from the Elven nation, Sil Noir, it's called.
The mansion has a name, Still in the Wild?
No, Sil Noir is the Elven nation. That
Oh,
is in
Still in the
the
Wild.
Americas. But the actual group is called the Sylvanti that are doing this. The mansion itself doesn't have a name other than this guy's mansion kind of thing. At least from what he knows.
I know it's not likely to run into them up here in Bellevue, but are the ancients at all involved with this group, or
Most likely
everyone
not.
is running around?
No. Elven biker gang probably wouldn't be in with them. They'd know of them, and there probably are some. There's definitely an ancients group that are actually in the Elven nation necessarily, but nah, pretty much nothing.
Any chance of finding out whether or not they're missing any people?
The ancients themselves?
Yeah, I have a friend.
Sure. Give them a call if you want.
Run by me real quick. Contacts. How much does it cost to build a contact?
Well, if you want to actually up a contact, I mean, it actually costs karma, but generally I kind of leave it there. And through roleplay, you up your contact. I don't know what is his loyalty and connection to you.
Well, I don't have him written down on my sheet. Remember, we did that first job I did.
Oh, I thought I gave you as a contact, the ancient
Nope, I only
lieutenant.
have a fixer, and I have that dwarven street doc from the other job. I don't have him down as a contact.
Okay.
I just know
well,
that
either way, he should be
lieutenant.
there as a contact for you. I thought I gave everyone him as a contact, but he's there for you. So if you want to call him up, you can.
Yeah, definitely give him a call just to see if they're missing any people. Who knows anything about this Sylvanti group? You know.
Yep, you give him a call when he picks up and he says, I thought you already used your favor. What do you need? What do you want?
Just information. If you don't want to offer it, that's fine too.
It depends what it is, really. If it's just something I know, but if it's something I want to keep quiet, well, you're probably not.
Well, fair enough. I just got a call about a group of people. They have an issue with missing elven persons. Wonder if you know anything about elves going missing recently,
Wow. I mean,
being targeted by some kind of clandestine operation or anything.
shit, I wouldn't know stuff about that, but, I mean, we're an all-elf gang. Where's this happening? In the Redmond Barrens, by the way, near Glow City. That's where they told you. You don't have to tell them if you don't want to, though.
Well, but that's where they operate anyway, the ancients, isn't it? So
yeah,
I'll tell them. It's around the barrens. That's why I thought you might know something about it.
Well, that makes sense then. He thinks for a minute and he says, well, this is kind of serious if there's elves going missing, and I don't want to let my fellow brothers disappear, so I'll have a talk with a few of my other contacts and stuff around the gang, and I'll get back to you. Maybe we can work together on this one if this is more of a problem.
Yeah.
He says, especially if there's ancients going missing, I'll definitely want to look into this.
Well, you helped me before. I helped you before. I just figured it might be good to continue that mutual beneficial relationship. And
he says that I hope that we can continue it. And he just says he'll get back to you soon.
Sounds good.
All right. Is there any other calls that you guys want to make or knowledge rolls that you guys want to make? Anything on your character sheets shout out to you, or is there anything you would like to do before going to the meet?
I could just maybe do a
Do I
quick
know if
matrix.
there's any prevailing groups that have outspoken animosity towards the elf in the Seattle area, especially in
Yeah,
the
sure.
Redmond? Or
Yeah, sure.
oh, so just do a roll, knowledge roll,
The blood
Um,
nuts?
area knowledge Seattle.
yeah, area knowledge, Seattle or street gangs,
Okay.
or even
My area
shadow.
knowledge Seattle is the same.
David, you do have shadow community right here, so you can roll that.
Yeah, I was just thinking about what I might want to do. Yep.
I have 3 hits.
Okay. So that was area knowledge Seattle. So just thinking about, Seattle and what's going on. I mean, the immediate one that jumps out of your head is Polis Humanus, a political group which is pretty much the KKK for metahumans. They think that humans should be the one and only species. Trolls, orcs, and elves, and everything, dwarves, and everything in between should not exist. And these are the motherfuckers that instantly jump into your mind. They're constantly doing seedy stuff, hiring other gangs, runners, and stuff like that to do just shit things to metahumans for one reason or another.
Has there ever been any evidence of them working with elven communities to take down elven communities, like hiring elven street gangs to take out elves? Like elf on elf crime.
Not really, no. They tend to hire humans and stuff because they don't like working with metahumans.
Okay. I just thought it'd be a nice article.
Is there any kind of logical skill that would work with possibly a more, instead of a shadow community per se, more of like a magic community or shaman community? Would it be
Well,
the same
let's
thing?
see. Yeah, shadow community is just everyone that works in the shadows. Shadowrunners, which can include mages and stuff like that,
Hmm.
is just the people, how things work
Okay.
and stuff like that.
Okay, so it doesn't get any more specific. Okay. All right, that's cool. So 7 dice in that pool, and let's see here. Then so with the roller where I'm at, how do you actually roll?
So you hit
That's what
7.
today.
You just click 7.
Oh, okay, I see. You just click the button. Okay, I got you. Okay. All right, so that's 2 hits then.
All right. 2 hits thinking about it.
Okay.
Anyone majorly in the shadow community, Policy Manor slips to mind because they're constantly running Shadowrunners to do seedy work. But that's about it. You really don't know much.
That's fine. Okay.
Policy Manor being the metahuman hating group.
Okay, yep.
I would also maybe like to do a bit of a matrix search to see if I can find any information about the Sylvanti group, any kind of controversies or scandals or even conspiracy theories or anything around them.
Yeah,
Also,
sure.
like to just try to cross-reference, see if I can find any ties between Sylvantis and Horizon.
All right then.
Also,
Sure.
also cross-reference the ancients. That's about it.
Sure.
So what am I rolling here? I'm rolling a matrix search, right?
Yeah, matrix search.
Or data search, I should say, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's 10 dice. I got 4 hits.
All right, sifting through the large wads of information, trying to find out about the Sylvanti group. These Sylvanti group, apart from accusations as thinking elves are superior to humans and all other metahuman races, they are just a group of people that try to get elves from various different countries to go join the Silnua, the elven nation. And they also take care of elves when need be, doing outreach programs, helping homeless elves, and all this kind of stuff. The Polis Humanus hate them. You actually did find a Polis Humanus hate site that was just massively hating on them and stuff like that, but that's it. Cross-referencing to Horizon, this has no links to Horizon, and apart
Good to know.
from there may be some Horizon buildings and manufacturing plants inside of Silnoir, but that kind of stuff's everywhere.
No, that's fair enough. I just, I'm a little paranoid.
Yeah.
What What else? So you said they're more than just an elven rights group. They're an elven supremacy group. Is that what you said?
People are saying that they are, yeah.
Okay, sure. So it's just not really sure. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Like with any rights group, people accuse them of thinking that they're better than everyone. That kind of
Yeah,
thing. Whether or not it may
sure.
be true, I mean, it is elves, and they do see themselves higher than people. At least that's what people say they do. I mean, we've got two elves in the party. Do you guys see yourselves better than other people?
I
Of
mean, I work with
course,
all kinds of
naturally.
elves.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I've worked with mostly elves since I became a Shadowrunner, and I haven't had too much trouble, except for
Yeah, see,
that
there's a reason for that, you know.
except for that crazy mage guy we had to put down. But
Yeah, Darth that was a thing. Okay, so pretty much other than that, do you guys have any other problems with going to the meet and talking to this guy, so you can finally get the full load down
No,
in the
not at
mission?
all.
All
Nope.
right, let's
Yeah,
go.
I will take I'll take the car.
Your sexy mega car. What was it again? That's right, the
That's right.
Sadacrop Bentley.
That's right.
That's it. So you guys make your way there. I'm assuming that you're not taking any weapons.
I'm not no.
No.
All right.
no.
All right. So you guys can easily get to this place then. You don't have to go through any checks. Police don't pull you over or whatever when you guys rock your way up into the
Presumably, my deck won't be a problem.
unless they come and find you. Yeah, it should be. I
Okay.
mean, you have a license for it. You have a fake license, so you
Yeah,
should
I
be
do.
okay.
Okay, cool.
But
I should take efforts to, just kind of make sure all my security stuff is up nice and tight. I guess I can respec my deck, right?
yeah, you can do that at any time.
I should do so because I want to have it on hyper security. That's firewall, right?
Yeah, you want decent firewall.
So I got
Low
7, 6,
attack.
5, and 4. So I'm going to move my firewall to 7,
Yep.
and I'll move sleaze down to 5 during
Sure.
that time. Okay.
Okie
Thanks.
dokie. So, you guys travel into Bellevue. So this place is kind of like your suburban heaven. And there in Seattle, that's quite strange. But this place is purposely built for that. It's filled with corpers, incredibly rich mafia bosses, super rich Shadowrunners, all this kind of stuff. And the place is almost 100% automated with drones flying around the place doing various different jobs that humans could do. And there is always a night errant patrol in almost every street corner moving around, that kind of stuff. They're not pulling everyone over, but they're getting a good look. And also, apart from the night errant, there are just other security companies that people are even hiring for their large mansions.
They're a major deterrent. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. This is like an A security level area, basically. The Bellevue is also walled in on the side that meets with the Redmond barrens. There is a massive giant wall that separates the slums and Bellevue. And you have to go through checks to actually get through that area. So, other than that, you guys go to the address where this mansion lies. And I mean, mansions go, it's not the largest you've ever seen. And it's not overly opulent. Like, it's not extreme by any means. I guess it's the most quaint mansion that you've ever seen. It's still large, and the garden is large to match that, and there is still some decent walls and security checks before you're going in. Like, you have to roll up, and there's a voice box kind of thing you guys have to use to say that you're here. You guys were given, basically being told, just say that you're here for the meet, and you should be let in. Is there any other precautions you guys want to take before entering? Or do you guys, if you want, you guys can role play yourself rolling up?
I know that when we pull up, Lily will actually, she can use her astral perception, correct?
Yes.
To just kind of get a look at the any kind of magical deterrence or security that's around.
Yep.
Okay.
So you can see in terms of magical security that there are a few Watcher spirits that are kind of flying around in the astral plane, kind of getting a good look above the building. Other than that, you can sense that there is actually a large host of bodies and astral signatures emanating from the house. It's like there's more than one person there, most definitely.
Okay. All right. It's nothing out of the ordinary. So she'll just kind of she always gets kind of surprisingly weirded out by that, especially in this extremely urban environment. So she'll kind of just throw her hoodie over her head and kind of keep that info to herself until she sees something that's looks really out of line.
I know this is hyper paranoid, but can I just check to see if we're being bugged, traced, hacked, anything of that sort, just to see if anybody's trying to compromise any of our systems? My
Yeah,
deck.
sure. Just make a matrix perception check.
Okay, that's 12 dice. Only 2 hits. Wow, that was shit.
All right.
2 hits.
Looking around, you don't seem to have any marks or anything like that, and you can't detect any obvious bugs in your area.
Okay, well, as long as nobody's trying to mark us,
All right.
that makes me feel a little bit better.
All right, Phil.
So I open up my glove box and I pull out this yellow piece of paper, and on it is this shaky handwriting, and it says eggs, milk, bread, oatmeal, Epsom salt. And it says, don't forget I love you, and I'll see you home later tonight. Love, Aunt. And I look at it and I shake my head, and the date on it is like from a year ago, and I still have it in my glove box. And I put it back in there, and I pull out my phone and I look at the picture of my aunt and how she's in a wheelchair now. I just kind of shake my head, and I drive up to the gate, and I roll down the window, and the car is kind of humming with a super powerful motor, quiet but strong. And I go and I press the button, and I announce that I'm here.
Yep. I'm assuming everyone came in Phil's car because I don't think you guys have cars. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
Okay.
broke up
What?
with my boyfriend. So I
In my
don't use his
car? What are you guys?
What do you mean? What are we? We're broke. That's why we're here.
We're
No,
Shadowrun.
I'm just saying right now, if you're a troll, you're not in my car.
No,
No,
they're
no
elves and
trolls,
humans.
buddy.
It's all
Yeah.
good.
All right.
It's after
I'm
time
sorry,
review.
But I am
I don't
staring
know.
at that piece of paper that you have because that's very odd. Paper? Come on.
I'm
It's my
a
aunt.
little.
She's a traditionalist.
Or your auntie is, because your auntie is a very, very old woman.
Yes.
I'm 5'1". I weigh 95 pounds.
What was that? A will?
Was it a will? Yes. It's a will you, more like.
Oh man,
Will
look
you
what the
pick
cat
up bread?
No,
Did
your
you
will
just
is
call me a
bread,
cab driver?
Epsom salt, and
Who called you a cab driver?
Yeah, exactly.
either way, you guys are rocking up there. How you may get there, and this is where Crank gets the call late, right, to get to the mission, and he's been fucking bombing on Cran for the last couple weeks,
Oh fuck this guy.
and he's shit. So he calls his cab as fast as he can, and he gets his way there as quickly as physically possible, trying to get the lowdown on the job. So the job is that you have a Elven rights group is going to be hiring you guys to try to find out the reason that there is a large amount of elves going missing, and the job's in like 5 minutes, and you're about half an hour away.
Okay, yeah, I guess run. I don't think I have a car.
So you got to call a cab.
Yeah, I'll call a cab
Or
and
steal a car.
kind of step on it.
Carjack
In
somebody.
a very threatening, sort of scary way. Like, we gotta get there right now, man.
Okay, so the gate opens for you, Phil. After a quick, good, you're here. And the gate opens, rolling up a very low, not very steep hill into a car park where you can see a fair amount of cars around the place. And as you guys are making your way towards the door, you can hear the sound of chit-chat from the inside. And the door opens as soon as you get near it. And you walk on inside. It seemed to be
Oh,
automated. There was
wait,
no one opening the door for you. Go on.
just 1 second. When these guys get out of my car, I walk over to the door handles. I take out a cloth. I wipe it down. I pull out the key. I go, boop, 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 and I hit the alarm. And then I go inside.
Okie dokie. So yeah, the door was automated as you walk in, and looking around the place, it's a very traditionalist kind of. It's not like a super hyper modern kind of mansion that you may be used to seeing or anything like that. It seems very traditionalist, and you can even see wood around the place, which is rare enough. And the big thing that hits you is the sheer amount of elves. It seems that there must be some kind of small party gathering going on at the moment, or something.
Are there any other albino elves like me?
I'm going to say sure. There's probably at least one somewhere.
Okay.
Because there looks to be at least about 100 people in this large mansion at the moment. Just looking around, there are rooms to left and right, large halls and stuff like that, where elves. It's like a large party or dinner party going on at the moment. But something that hits you immediately is someone is kind of looking at you up above on the staircase that rolls up on the balcony kind of area. As you guys enter, he just says, "Upstairs." He just looks like a normal elf, as absolutely everyone in here is. Most people wearing suits, and if not, they are smartly dressed in formal attire. Dresses, things like that.
Not me.
All right. Well, I see my hand, and on my cuff is a nice white pressed shirt, and over top of that is a green velvet jacket. And I see my hand hit onto the rail as I make my way upstairs. What is this? How tall is this guy?
So the guy that you're walking up to right now looks about 6 foot, which is fairly average for an elf, as most elves are a little bit taller than humans.
Mm-hmm.
And his stature, he seems to be fairly well built. But other than that, it doesn't look like this man is used to kind of rough and tough work, though. He is wearing a suit,
down at his hands.
and he
Does he
has
have
very
calluses?
neat hair. No, not at all.
Mm.
And this is the guy in question that is the leader of the Elven Rights Group. You remember him from the photos that Rias has sent you, your information broker.
Mm.
Zap's got her hands in her pockets. She's wearing like cargo pants, khaki cargo pants, and she's got like this kind of ripped up sleeveless tee with some fucking punk band's name written in glitter across the front of it. She's looking around nervously, head kind of down, kind of low, sweating a little bit. Very uncomfortable with the situation.
Yep.
And Lily is kind of walking around, kind of surveying the digs, kind of reveling in the plush surroundings, looking at all of the pictures of the stuffy-looking elves that line the walls, kind of like, look at this place. It's a bunch of guys with what up their asses in here. And she'll kind of thrust her hands in her pockets and kind of drag her feet, as we get over to this guy to see what he has to say for himself.
All right. So as soon as you'll make your way to him, he immediately just says, "Follow me." And he takes you into a room, into a rather large office, and gets you guys to sit down with seats at the ready. And there is one that is a spare.
Mm.
And he gets you guys to sit
Well,
down.
you go. I take a seat.
And he looks at
arrived?
he looks at his watch. No, you haven't. You're going to be late in game as well, Lloyd.
Sure.
So he looks at his watch, waiting, and he says, "Do you need a drink or anything like that? We've got one more coming."
Nah, I shake my head no.
I'm good, thank you.
Looks towards Zap.
Yeah,
What would you
something
like?
strong. Something strong.
Yep.
A little bit of fruit
He
in
just
it.
kind of goes over to like he's got like the whiskey table kind of thing and pours you some and puts it in front of you. And other than that, there's like this kind of he's just said we'll have to wait for the other. Sorry for the wait. And it's kind of this awkward 5 minutes. And we flash to Crank in the fucking traffic, flipping his shit right now. There's just gridlock traffic at the moment, and it's like, motherfucker, you just need to get past this bit, and you should be fucking good, as long as no motherfucking cops pull you over.
Yeah, he's freaking the hell out. I guess he's in a cab, right?
Yeah, you're in a cab right now, and the cabs are actually automated in the future, so there's no one in there with you.
Damn it. Okay. All right, yeah. I'm like freaking out. I'm like smacking the system in front of me, like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. But it's making no difference, unfortunately.
No. Either way, about a couple minutes later, after streaming through Bellevue and rushing your way inside, as the Johnson's like, well, maybe he's not going to be showing at all. Crank bursts into the room.
So Crank's wearing this big leather trench coat and a just a like dirty kind of, I guess, used to be white, now probably a bit beige, like wife beater tank top. He's got like slick back, greasy black hair, and like a couple tattoos all over his various body parts. Just runs in like, sorry, I'm late.
The guy kind of looks up at you condescendingly and says, well, whatever, sit down.
Okay. Okay. Just give me a. All right. Okay. I find a seat and sit down and like collapse into it.
Well, I'm assuming by your lack of breath, you probably had a good reason for being late.
Yes. The traffic and.
All right, then.
It's like a whole thing.
Okay, so I'm assuming your various fixers have filled you in exactly what is happening. But it's as simple as this, and sadly I don't have too much more information to give you about what exactly is going on. But pretty much there have been a large, maybe about 15 now, reported missing elven persons in a fairly slummy part of near Glow City in the Redmond Barrens. And this has come to our attention as some of our own people that we were actually helping try to find homes and stuff went missing.
What are the
And
circumstances
much we
of
want
their
you to find out who's
disappearance?
doing it. Sorry?
What were the circumstances of their disappearance, and also, what's the rate?
Well, rate, I was thinking maybe $7,000 each for this. This may go over multiple days, depending on if you're going to be able to pick up the culprits in time. Hopefully, I mean, well, I say this resentfully, but hopefully they're not done, so we can actually find out what they're doing.
Philip, what's your character's name?
Scorpion.
Scorpion. Crank will look at Scorpion at the mention of money. You're an elf as well, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'll look a little bit surprised and kind of like, but why would you? I mean, surely this is important to you. You're an elf. You want to be elven rights, man.
I say,
You know?
I kind of lower my gaze. The glasses I tilt down and I stare at you with these bright pink eyes. And then I just push my glasses up and I look over at the Johnson and I say, 7,000? Is that per person that we return?
No. All you need to do, your basis of the mission is to find out who it is. And that's that.
Is there any kind of
So you
connection?
don't want us to liberate the people?
If you can liberate the people, but at this point we just need some investigation done.
Just investigation. So
But if you happen to
what-
actually find upon these people, I mean, per head, let's say 2,500 per head if you're actually able to liberate anyone. But that-
Lily rolls
per person.
her Lily rolls her eyes and throws her right hand up, kind of in a slouching manner, like a student trying to get the teacher's attention.
He looks over.
Okay. She kind of looks, drops her hand and back into her lap, and she says, "Is there any kind of connection between any of these disappeared bodies?"
Well, something. Well, then not of any single sex, not of any single age, both sexes, all kinds of ages.
All rich?
No, poor. That's why they're grabbing them. They're sinless.
My question is,
They won't
what's
be
the
missed.
context of their disappearance? Are these people alone? Or are they together? Has someone seen that anyone grab anyone?
He just looks to you and says, "We know their addresses, and that's your job."
All right.
He says, "You're kind of the preliminary investigations, and the Knight Errant don't want to look into this at all because all they tell us is that that's what happens in the Redmond barrens. So
Yeah.
I'm afraid that I'm going to have to take this into my own hands."
They don't really care about a few missing keebs in the ghetto.
I mean, that kind of stuff does happen all the time, but explicitly just elves in explicitly one area, that doesn't happen. Not by accident.
No, I understand.
Shouldn't happen.
Lily looks over and says, "Obviously, they're all being harvested for their body parts."
I say, obviously, you have someone
The guy looks
who you
shocked.
suspect.
What was
I'm
that?
also shocked.
What was that?
He's looked shocked, but then you can kind of see like that's actually a possibility kind of look.
What did Scorpion
Is he
say?
kind of thinking about it?
What did Scorpion say? I couldn't hear.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, I don't know. There's a delay or something. I couldn't hear what Posey said.
I said, do you have any suspects?
Suspects, prime suspect right now is the Polis Humanus.
Of course.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Yeah. They've toyed with this in the past.
Lily, you think they're organ legging? Any reason for that, or are you just guessing?
Just maybe because, like, these human rights guys, they'd be the obvious choice, And a lot of times when you have weird stuff like this, it's not the obvious.
Right.
He just kind of nods. Well, I mean, organ legging and stuff is a thing in the Redmond Barrens. Maybe people think that elven organs are more superior to humans.
Yeah, we've come
I
across
do know
all
that
that.
there is a small ghoul community nearby the area where they are.
Okay, she kind of snaps her fingers and goes, "Bingo!"
Yeah, we should check that out for sure. I just want to give a call to Joe. I'm not going to say that out loud, sorry. That's what I'm thinking in my head.
Which one's Joe? Oh, that's
Joe
the
is
dwarf. Yeah.
he's the organ legging street dog, yeah.
Yeah, he's the organ leggings. Have you gotten any influx of elven organs recently?
Exactly, just wonder,
Yeah,
You
sure.
never know.
I would
He
love
might
to
put it
call
on.
that ancient guy. I think we're friends now, even though we're not. I think we are.
I already called him.
You already called him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be checking if any, like talking to his buddies, if people know about
Okay.
this whole disappearances, because he's an ancient gang. They're in the Redmond Barrens and near Glow City.
Right.
At
Yeah,
the
that's
very
what I was
least,
thinking.
even he didn't have any information for me, but at least I could put him onto it. And
Yeah, he's
know,
doing
if nothing
investigations
else-
of his own right now.
Okay.
if nothing else, I've
Uh,
tipped him off a bit, so maybe he'll repay the favor later.
She'll raise her hand again, looking at the Johnson.
He just kind of points his finger over at you lazily.
Okay. She says, since, you guys have, she kind of waves her hand around, have all this cash and money and everything, why haven't you tried any other magical means to find out what's going down?
I mean, we do have some magicians on hire, but we don't want to. Disposable assets are always good because it's hard to link them to us. And I mean, if you have to kill some people, I don't want to necessarily have that tied to me.
Okay, good enough.
And you are a magician after all, he says.
After all, yeah, I was just going to say, they have just hired another one.
Not a magician. I'm a wolf shaman. It's a difference. Thank you.
Yeah. Has there been any ransom?
Ransom, no.
Has there been any evidence? Where are the scenes of the disappearances?
He had
That's
to
a good
locate.
question.
of their homes. He says you'll have to talk to the people.
How many people have gone missing?
15.
15. All right.
She points at Scorpion and says, "He looks like more a magician than I do."
I'll make you disappear. Surely.
Sorry, quick question. Posey, you're an elf as well, is that right?
Yes, I'm an elf.
Once again, surrounded by fucking keebs.
If you say this loud enough, I'm gonna smack you. Crank is staunchly pro-elf.
That's all right. Let him get a taxi.
No,
it's
no,
fine.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it out loud. Maybe just a little bit under my breath. I lean over to Crank because I presume he's sitting near me, and we're kind of friends. We've done a few jobs together, and I say, I whisper to, "Are you using again?"
And he'll like turn to you and he's got these bloodshot eyes. And he's like,
For fuck's sake, Crank! I thought you gave it up after you blew that chick's head off.
He's like sweating really heavily. He doesn't really know what to say. It's like it's this whole thing. I had to kill a guy with a chainsaw. Shoot all these guys. And had to fucking get high.
Is Crank even trying to whisper back, or is he just talking?
He's just talking.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, the Johnson's kind of like looking. What?
Sorry, sir. I'm not feeling so hot. Okay, yeah, let's get that information, guys.
Yeah.
Let's find those people, those elves. Okay, go team. Go team.
What's the ETA for this mission? I mean, when do you need to stop by?
There's no time. Whenever you get what you get. He says that's why you're getting paid so much. I mean, hopefully you don't even have to draw your weapons in this. But he said, basically, this could take some time. That's why you're getting $7,000 each.
I think as soon as possible is always good.
Oh yeah, start as soon as possible, but finish whenever you can, basically.
Well, I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Well, you guys are all elves.
Yes.
We go hang out around Glow City long enough. Glow City, it was called, yeah?
Yeah, near Glow City.
Near Glow City, sorry. We go down and start investigating around these areas. Maybe somebody tries to snatch one of you guys.
That's your idea?
Lily kind of looks at you.
Sure.
I am not bait.
I could implant an easy tracking device inside you, and when one of you gets snatched, the other three come to the rescue.
Well, I kind of like the idea in principle, so let's not throw out the baby with the bathwater. Perhaps we can find someone who's vulnerable in the area, who's an elf, who would make a likely target. Use them, and then track them if they disappear.
Sure. We can start investigating the identities of these missing people and see if there's any kind of an algorithm there or any kind of a pattern that we can find.
I think first we should try to infiltrate the computer systems of the small guild community and the Polis Humanus to see if there's any kind of paperwork trail about these bodies, whether it's for organ donation or for just brute intimidation from these radicals.
If only you knew somebody who's good at...
It's not organ donation, it's organ stealing. So it's probably not a paper trail. God, you guys don't know anything.
Well,
How long have you guys been running?
I think that's a lot to assume, but...
Guild communities tend not to have a computer system on who they murder, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, we could check with some street docs, stuff like that, see if they've had an influx.
Yep, we can do that. And also, you never know, you might find a message board where somebody's bragging about something. You never know.
I mean, let's not cut off our ideas here until we test the waters, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. So where do we want to do this from? Should we get down to the barrens?
Yeah, I think we should go and check out some
I
of
used
these
to know
addresses.
somebody We used to know somebody with an apartment in the Barrens. Who was that?
All right, Zap, your phone starts buzzing.
All right. Sorry, guys. I got to take this.
It's your
Hello.
little entrance friend. It says, "Hey there. It seems that we've been having a little bit of a, I don't know. I mean, there's one guy who's gone missing. I mean, pretty much that is around about the area, Glow City or whatever. He says his name is we call him Jer, but Jeremy Goodwin, I think, is his name. I think that's what I got from the boys.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to help you at all.
Yeah, he's on the list.
Oh, you got a list.
Yeah, just got one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I know where he
How long
lives.
ago did you go?
I know his little apartment, and to be honest, I even have some of his mates that were hanging out with him before he went missing. So if you want to talk with him, I can hit you up.
Yeah, definitely. I think that'd be a good job for. I fucking can't remember your name, Posey. You're a face though, aren't you?
Yeah, it's Scorpion.
Scorpion. Sorry, thanks. I couldn't remember.
Just a little pad of paper.
Scorpion, damn it.
I have it written down on my character sheet, but I put it under the book. Okay. Yeah, actually, I think maybe we could meet up with them. You say you know where his apartment is. It's currently abandoned.
Yeah. He was, living in some of the abandoned apartments that are around Glow City.
You wouldn't have a problem with us using it for a little while, would you, while we look for these people?
I don't know. You'll have to ask him. Then he kind of laughs and then goes kind of grim, and he goes, "Well, yeah, sure, why not?"
Yeah. Sure. I think I've got the address right here, and I read it off.
He says, "That's it."
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, if we head over there, how soon do you think you could send his friends over?
Well, if you want his friends over at his place, I'll send them over right now.
Okay. Yeah, we'll head down there. We're going to need to set up a base of operations in the Barrens, I think, anyway.
He says, "All right."
Thanks. Appreciate it. Hang
All
up.
right.
Go back and tell you guys. All right. Our little lieutenant friend in the Ancients just gave a call. One of
As soon
these
as he
guys.
said ancients, by the way, the Johnson rolled his eyes like, ah.
Oh shit! I didn't realize it was in the Regency. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, he's still in the room with the Johnson.
That's fine. He's got a few people.
I say it has the.
Talk to. One of the missing is one of their own.
I say, is there any reason? I look at the Johnson. I say, does the Savanti suspect the ancients at all and the disappearance of these elves?
He says, "I doubt it. I don't see why the ancients would be taking their own kind." But I mean, if you feel the need to investigate it, go ahead.
Well, if we're going to be investigating in their turf, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have them kind of on our side.
Well, keep your enemies close, right? Your friends close, your enemies closer.
I suppose.
Sure.
I think the
Anyway.
ancients are cool.
I've also got a location where we can kind of hopefully set up as a base of operation. We'll have to check it out, make sure it's secure.
You wanna set up yourself there as a base location?
Well, I usually do try to operate out of some kind of a base. I may need protection. I'll look over at Crank.
Yeah, I can do that. You know, I'm good for it.
Well, I know you won't be falling asleep on the job anyway.
No way. I haven't slept in days.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. How can I fall asleep? I haven't slept in days.
Shall we mosey on down to the Barrens then? Start our investigation? Pretty much anybody that we want to talk to is going to be down there.
Yep. Anything else you guys want to ask the Johnson? Do you want to barter for more money? Do you want to barter for some money now? Or anything like that?
Like,
Personally,
Crank is
I'm
happy
open.
to do this for free. If the guy wasn't paying him, he would still do it. So
Shut up, Crank.
Don't say that. Never say you do it for free. Rule number one.
If Crank starts to say that, I'll kick him.
I ask him, what group affiliations does the Polis Humanus have in the Red Barrens?
Redmond barrens, I know they have like small little bar and clubs around the outskirts.
What's the name of it?
There's many different bars and clubs. Do you want specific ones?
Yes.
All right.
Get a list of names, I suppose.
Yeah, there's names.
All right, so we have a list of names there.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll get that for
And
you.
what was
and
what was the time frame of the people that went missing? Was it all happened during a month? Over series,
over a
months,
month, yeah.
weeks, days?
Over 1 month.
Over a month.
So roughly a person every 2 or 3 days.
Mm-hmm. When was the last time someone went missing?
About 2 days ago.
Oh, so we're ripe for someone else to be disappearing. Very good. Do these tend to happen at daytime or at night?
These tend to happen. They assume it's nighttime, but that's not 100% known.
Okay. I say if I need any other information, I'll just go ahead and contact you later then. See you.
Yes, should be fine.
I get up and make my way. I look over to the guys if they're coming with me.
Yep. Slowly but
Or did
surely.
you guys have other questions? I didn't know. Okay.
Yep, I'll follow.
Did you guys have any other questions for the guy? Or
No,
did you guys want to
I
go?
don't. I don't have anything.
No.
Okay.
All right, so I guess we're gonna head over there to what Jeremy Good for Nothing's apartment over in the Red Barrens. Is that it?
Yeah, Jeremy Good for Nothing.
Okay, cool.
I see where this is going already.
All right.
It's ghouls, though. I'm telling you, it's ghouls, and that's all I talk about on the way over there.
I say yeah. I'll tell you what, guys. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to drive you over here. I'm gonna drop you off. I'm gonna drop off this car, and I'm gonna meet you guys back here a little bit later.
Is this car hot?
Say you never can tell.
He's got that Porsche, right?
Yeah.
It's a.
It's not. It's not hot. No, out of character. It's not hot. No.
Yeah.
I want to switch to a different vehicle if I'm going to be in this neighborhood.
Another hot car. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So yeah, I go ahead. I drop them off over here at the location, and then I make my way over to my garage to switch to my Harley.
Yep.
And that's it.
Alright, there are 4 known Polyhumanist bar names. The Neon Pistol, the Blue Pill, the Poison Purse, and the Sorry Ship.
Well, I think weren't we going to go to the supposed base of operations first?
Yeah.
And establish that. Okay. All right.
Yeah. And by the way, these are kind of like horrible neo-Nazi kind of bars. Like, this is not fucking cool places. Like, there's Polyhumanist is a political group, but then there's the really tough, crazy rednecks that follow them. Shaving their heads, you know, basically they're kind of being... Polyhumanists have been tied to Nazis, communists, absolutely everything, and everything in between. But anyone who hates metahumans, which is a large amount of different varied groups, usually like the Polyhumanists. So there's many different bars and things like that. So these kind of places are pretty shit, and you cannot go in if you're an elf. Simple as that. And if you try, it may get nasty.
I think I'll handle walking in and investigating any of the. That's gonna be fun. Any of the Polyhumanist places.
Lily is elf-looking. Human-looking, sorry. Lily is human.
Right. Hey, you know what?
Crank's an elf too?
Yeah, Crank is an elf.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
You're all
Crank
elves.
has like
always
has
elves.
accentuated his elfness with like lots of elfy tattoos, and he's very elfy looking. He really buys into the whole elf thing. He loves it.
Honestly, haven't worked with another human on a single mission yet. I don't think.
I don't think I have.
Nope. One orc.
You guys don't tend to last too long. That's all.
Okay, so pretty much after this, you guys head on into the redmond barrens and head to this locale. Is there any extra security precautions you want to take, or do you just want to walk
Warhawks.
into the front door?
Got my Warhawks.
Of
I've
course,
also got
guns.
yeah, lots of guns. All my guns.
Yeah, Redmond Barrens is the kind of place that you can have an open gun and no one's going to fuck with you. This place is lawless,
You
and
can
the
make long
rattling
ones.
of gunfire accompanies the night sky most of the time.
What was the response time on an average?
Oh,
Violent
1d6
crime?
hours.
Yeah, it's a couple of hours.
And that's if something bad goes wrong. If this is just shooting, they're not going to look into that. That happens all the time.
Just like home.
Oh, Ian's
Go from
right.
my shitty apartment to this shitty apartment. Great.
Yeah, it's the same for me. Crank is not living in luxury.
Well, you're probably living low lifestyle. This is squatter lifestyle that these people are
Okay.
living in.
Yeah.
So, you guys at least have a semi-legal home. These people are living in abandoned apartments and hiring off the local gangs not to gouge their eyes out. Okay, so no other extra security precautions apart from having guns?
Yeah, I don't think there's any magical threats. I doubt it, so I don't do anything. Just walk behind these guys.
I'll make sure to just like close my armor jacket and button it up before I walk in, instead of having it open the way I usually do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still
And
getting my
Phil,
motorcycle.
you've got your shitbox, don't you?
Oh yeah, I have a fucking lot of weapons here on my
I mean, your car's the shitbox, right?
shit. What do you mean by shitbox? Is that a
Didn't you
Australian
buy like
slang?
a $500 shitbox? your car, sorry. That's what we call shitty cars. I'm not sure if you guys do that.
Oh yeah, I have. one of
We
those.
do now.
Yeah, that's what in Australia. If you got a shit car, it's just called a shitbox. Sorry.
Okay.
It's a banger here.
Yeah, but I was actually thinking about taking the Harley Davidson with a weapon mount. Just in
That's one way to
case.
do it.
Inconspicuous.
Well, the
Okay.
weapon's not attached yet.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, you didn't say that. I don't know.
Yeah, no. If it was attached, he's not going to be able to get it from his home to the Redmond Barrens
Got it.
without getting arrested.
Got a
'Cause it's a good-
howitzer on the front or what?
Yeah.
It's for a Ares Alpha grenade launcher.
Close enough. Wow.
Boom! Boom!
Sorry, officer. This grenade launcher is for recreational purposes
Right.
and murdering hobos. Also murdering hobos.
Yeah, so I would just go, I would get my bike, I would saddle up, I'd put on all of my gear that I normally have, so my armor protection, clothes, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So nothing much. has
Maybe
happened
maybe a
behind
couple. Yeah, are we meeting up over here at Jeremy Good for Nothing's place, or are we going to one of these
Yeah.
bars first?
you.
Oh,
You're
Jeremy.
going to Jeremy
Yeah.
Good for nothing.
Then I
because you
will
guys
make
have
my
a
way
link.
to Jeremy Good for Nothing's apartment.
Yeah.
What's that?
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys go to Jeremy Good for Nothing's apartment.
Goodwin, have some respect.
Well,
Jeremy
He's not
Goodwin.
here yet. He's not here yet, so say that for later.
And yeah, heading into this place, this is your average kind of old apartment that was, not used anymore when the Glow City, well, basically, what Glow City is there was a nuclear reactor there that went boom boom, or had a meltdown. So a lot of this area was not used. Obviously, yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
So that's been 50 years ago, so the place is actually relatively safe now. But people still haven't moved back in because gangs have moved in now, and it's a little bit too difficult. They would need an army to roll through here to get all the fucking rats out of here. Okay. So moving through this apartment, apart from the average junkie giving you guys strange looks as you guys are moving through the hallways and climbing up the stairs, no one really gives any trouble. Just by the look of you guys and the way that you're dressed, that scares most people around here.
Good. Yeah, because Zap is real intimidating.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
everyone else,
I'm walking there with a hammer in my hand.
you've got a hammer. Just, oh! high tech here. Feels high tech.
I'm just a little punk rock.
Just like a
performer.
ball peen
Really
hammer.
expensive laptop.
Sweet. So yeah, you guys walk upstairs to where Jeremy Goodwin's apartment is, and the
I
door
look
is
at the
actually
door.
like
Can I do
off
an
its hinges.
investigation perception check to the door, or?
No, I was just about to say the door is off its hinges, kind of at its side. Like you can see people have like picked it up and just kind of put it there to get inside. And in there you can see two elven ancients members with their very bright yellow-colored leather jackets on, which most of them usually trot, kind of sitting inside of the room.
As soon as I enter into the room,
Yep.
I step directly to the right. I lean against the wall. I pull out a pack of smokes and I light a cigarette. And I look over at Zap and I just wait for them to do their thing. And I'm just gonna smoke a cigarette.
I'll walk on in. What the hell? I'll try and
Alright.
strut in.
You guys walk on
What's
in.
up, guys?
Hey, you're the blokes that the LT wanted us to talk to?
Yeah, we heard you knew Jeremy.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
no,
he's-
no Jeremy. Sorry.
Joe. They say, yeah, Joe's gone missing. Apparently that's tied to some other elves going missing or something.
Possibly. Can you tell us anything about Jer's activities before he went missing?
Oh,
Did he
yeah,
have any
well,
strange talking about anything odd going on?
we're actually here having a few drinks about a couple nights back.
Mhm.
And he basically, we got a bit pissed, and then he said he was going to go down to the local stuffer shack to get some more food and maybe some more drinks.
Zap will pull out her deck and just start kind of scanning around for any bugs.
Yeah, sure.
Lily will go.
So you guys
I'll walk
noticed,
over to the window
yeah, go on, sorry.
to where those guys are. Actually, so she can kind of keep an eye on the street below the front entrance where we came in.
Yeah.
Just
Looking around at the front entrance, did you bring your Ford America, Phil? Or your shitbox?
No, I did not. I did not bring my nice car. I brought the Harley.
Oh, you brought the Harley, okay. You can actually see like a few people on the streets kind of giving a look to the Harley right now, Lily.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh.
She'll put her chin on her hands, and kind of look with renewed interest, with the kind of a sly smile on her face, wondering what anti-personnel traps that Scorpion has around this Harley to deter thievery. So she's looking at this intently.
So, Phil, I'm going to allow you to choose some interesting things because most of the vehicles in the future it's quite easy to get cool custom locks installed. This can range from spikes that come out of the handles if you're an unauthorized user, electric shocks, or anything that you can think of that will be fun. So if you want, you can have that already pre-installed if you want. Or you can have nothing and the vehicle probably gets stolen.
Yeah, I'll say I have it all.
All right.
Just I would say it would just send out a homing signal to me and let me know that someone is in the area, and the bike would talk to them and say, "Stop! You are not authorized by this vehicle."
Yeah. So Lily, you're kind of watching. Yeah, this vehicle will self-destruct. So you're kind of watching, and one of them kind of touches the bike, like as if expecting this kind of thing to happen. And then, Phil, you kind of get a message from your car to your phone saying that an unauthorized user is touching it. And then, Lily, very faintly in the distance from below, you can hear the sounds of, "Stop! You are unauthorized to operate this vehicle. This vehicle will self-destruct in 5, 4.
Do they appear to be gangers or just like bummies?
One of them seems to be like fairly well built, and he actually has like an armor jacket on him. The other guy, on the other hand, is like a very small dwarf, and he looks like a hobo, massive beard.
Okay.
These guys look like junkies, but one guy has an armor jacket.
This is really going to get interesting.
I walk over to the window.
Yeah, and you have a look down.
I look down on them and I say, "Hey, you guys want to make some money?"
They're running at the moment because they just heard the bike's going to self-destruct, so they're sprinting for it.
Oh shit! Never mind. I thought we could have got some eyes on the street, guys.
we might be able to get some anyway. So these guys.
And I just I put my hand on Lily's shoulder, and I say, "Oh, keep an outlook, kid. Good."
Kid, what are you talking about? And she shrugs her
How-
shoulder.
How old is Lily?
You don't know, but she's not a kid. Apparently, she looks
What?
young. But she goes, "Kid, screw you."
All elves look young. I'm just going to point that out there. All of them do.
So she's insulted by that, but she kind of just, she rolls her eyes as usual and kind of looks back out the window. But she feigns disinterest, But I'm really keeping a good elven ear towards this conversation to hear what these guys are talking about.
Yeah.
She always looks bored. Life is boring.
So why not throw magic at it? Okay, so yeah, these guys, just say that he went to the local stuffer shack and he just didn't come back. They checked the place
local
out. Stuffer shack, so it's basically like 7-Eleven, like that kind of thing.
Okay.
And
The local one here, which way is it?
they just say, down the road, like block, turn right.
Do you have a picture?
And
Jared?
I look over at Zap and I say, Zap, is there any way that you could access their camera information around the time frame that this happened and see if the person gets picked up there? See if they even made it there?
Yeah, I can.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Definitely can. Well, before I
All
do that, I'm looking for a picture of Jer. Anything around the apartment?
No, not really. Looking around the place, I mean, I'd say no. I mean, this place fairly bare. There's no real AR display here either. If you're looking in the Matrix, like for any like pins that they put in the world for augmented reality displays, and
You guys got a
other than
picture of
smokes
Jer?
and stuff around the place, and there's no comlink or anything either. Obviously, the guy took his. You can find some storage of where he's kept some ammunition, but his gun's not there. Nothing else really.
You guys
I
have
look
a
at these
picture of Jer?
these ancients in the eyes. Do they have cybernetic eyes that would be able to capture images?
No, they don't look like they have cyber eyes.
I've got a question.
Go
Can I
ahead.
ask a question? How is it a type of ritual or something I would have to do in order to contact my mentor spirit?
I'm going to say whatever you just not your mental spirit's always there. I'd say he's always in your ear,
Okay.
just kind of very latent. Usually not doing anything, but he
Like an
generally
awareness.
when a fight happens, he's like screaming in your ear not to back down, never back down in a fight. That kind of thing.
Okay.
He's kind
All
of
right.
always there.
Okay. So I kind of Lily. I kind of hear the spirit kind of urging me on typically, which kind of makes me kind of anxious to get the ball rolling, so to speak. So she kind of I walk away from the window and kind of cinching my backpack on my shoulders a little tighter, and kind of walk behind the two ancients and just kind of fold my arms and just kind of stand there kind of behind them so that they kind of realize I'm standing back there, and then I just wait.
Sure. But like anything else you need to know, just kind of looking at Lily like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Do you guys have any photos of Jer?
Some guy flicks out his crappy little Metalink, which most of you guys would use as burners, and he's like, yeah, I think this is one. He shows you the picture, and there's this guy unconscious on the floor with a bottle of alcohol in hand.
That'll work. Take a copy of it. Store it.
Wait a minute,
You
can
can see
you
the face
scan
of it.
this and then hook up with cameras that are in the vicinity or in the
That's kind of the
city
plan. And
to
anyway,
scan
try
for
to
his
help
face?
identify.
Yeah.
This dump has cameras?
Most stuffer shacks do. Stuffer shacks
yeah.
are dotted around the place. They're kind of like automated food dispensaries and stuff like that, and they usually have a camera on them. Sometimes they get damaged though, but you'll have to look at the local stuffer shack to see if their camera is damaged. If they
Guys, I'm probably going to need to go to sleep for a little while. So I'm going to need a security detail. Actually, look at the two gangers. suppose your lieutenant's gonna keep you guys busy for the next couple of days, yeah?
He says, well, we're just meant to talk to you, but, we need to, pay our dues, I guess. Why?
If I need a security detail, are you for hire?
They kind of look at each other and say, yeah, sure.
You guys are tough guys, right?
Yeah.
I'll step forward and like get right in one of the guys' faces with my insane wide eyes. You wouldn't mess with my friend now, would you?
They're like, whoa, no.
Okay then. Take a step back. Go back to being quiet.
I kind
They
of
say like
smirk.
100 million a day and we'll do it.
Not so tough.
100 new yen a day each.
They're like, look at each other. Yeah, each. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I just so long as you're worth it.
He says, yeah, we're worth it.
Good. Okay. Look for a relatively clean spot on the floor to try and something to lay out, and I'm gonna.
There's a bed here. There's a bed. It's like a mattress in a corner, but a bed, if need be.
I'm gonna have to go under. I'm gonna hot sim, of course.
Yeah, sure.
That's my thing. If you guys want to do anything else while I'm doing that, because that could take a while before I get into it, I'm totally cool.
Yeah, I would probably. I don't know. So you're saying it's an automated shop, not a shop with people in it?
Yeah, basically the Stuffer Shacks are automated shops that are just like mass vending machines, basically. And you go in there and you buy your shit and then you leave.
Okay.
The automated 7-Eleven, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, the
You wanna go
places
down
are
there?
like regularly robbed, though. Like,
You
people
wanna
still
go,
rob these places.
You want to go down there and check it out, or do you want to stay here and watch the Matrix boy do his thing?
It might be a good idea to
Sorry,
contact
Matrix
Joe.
girl. Sorry.
To contact who?
Joe, the dwarven street doc.
Yes,
You were
that's
there,
what
weren't you? We did that job for him.
No, I wasn't. We should contact Street Doc. That's a good idea. So again, I'll just like look at these guys pretty threateningly as I take out my shitty phone, so maintaining eye contact, and try and call this Street Doc.
Well, maybe I'll call him first, just to let him know that you're coming.
Yeah, okay, that's
Oh,
better.
he was in the Barrens, wasn't he, Tom?
Yeah, he's in the Barrens.
Yeah. I'll give him a
All right,
call.
well-
Hey, Joe.
Joe's Organ Dispensary and, among other things, what do you want?
I got a good friend. He's gonna come down and see you. He's on business for me.
Oh.
We're doing a bit of an investigation.
Oh, okay. What do you need exactly?
His name's Crank. He's kind of scary looking. He's always doped up, but
Okay.
he's sound. All right.
Right. As long as he doesn't fuck my place up, I don't give a shit.
Look, if your job goes sour, you can have first dibs on Anita Cyber.
He's got cyber? I'll ask him if he wants to get
Oh,
more
yeah.
cyber. Always need more secondhand cyber.
Sure. If nothing else, he might be able to help you get a hold of some sources of secondhand cyber.
Yeah. Send him over. I'll give him a talk.
Cool. Just thought it might be a good idea to make an introduction first. There you go, Crank. You should be good to go.
All right, you want to come with me, Lily?
She kind of, I step back, kind of look at him up and down, kind of wrinkle my nose, and shrug, say, okay, sure.
And Phil, are you going to be coming too, or?
No, I'm actually going to pull out the electric paper, and I'm going to look at some of these addresses. I want to go to another place where a disappearance has happened. And look
Yeah,
for
sure.
clues.
There's one maybe a couple blocks away.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to head to.
It's for a woman named Clara Knight.
What's her name?
Clara Knight.
Clara Knight.
Yeah, it's on one of the list.
All right. So yeah, that's where I'm heading.
Okay, sweet. So you're going to head over to Clara Knight. Okay, so who wants to go first?
You want to let Posey go?
Posey, we'll let
Sure.
Posey go. All right, Posey. So this particular address is actually the address of like an old shop front. Obviously, she's moved in during there. There doesn't seem to be anything more on the name. There are actually some notes on the actual names that the Johnson gave you, like some people he's got like addict written next to them and stuff like that. But Clara's got nothing to her.
Nothing?
Yeah, nothing much with her. Nothing.
Clara Knight. No adjective to describe. Is there any picture that's in with my notes with her of her?
Yeah. There's some pictures.
What is,
She actually looks quite young, maybe about 15.
and there's a shop front. I would like to go up to the shop front and investigate.
Yeah. So looking around at the shop front, it's heavily boarded up. And as you kind of near this area, you can see that a few rough and tough gangers are kind of watching at this point at the street corner. You know, you rock up in your car and they're giving you a good look over. They were walking somewhere,
In
but
the
they've
Harley.
stopped right now. Yeah, in the Harley, sorry, not car. And they're just giving you a look. They're not doing anything, just watching you.
I wave over at him.
You waving them over?
Yeah.
Yep, they kind of come over. One of them's an orc, and the other is a human. They don't seem to have any obvious gang tattoos, but the human itself seems his pupils dilated, and he seems very fit.
As I pass over Clara Knight's photo, there's a few bucks, maybe like $150, and I ask them if they have any information if they've seen this girl.
They're looking, it's like, oh yeah. I know. Sorry, like this is a human. Oh, sorry. Just this shit's getting to me. Like a couple of weeks ago, man.
It's okay.
She actually lives here.
Okay,
She lives
cool.
here. She lives here. I mean, I don't talk
have you
to
seen
her.
her? Do you know anyone who does talk to her?
Yeah. She actually I know she's do you know? And the orc just kind of rolls his eyes and he's like, yeah, she knows some. She hangs out with some kid. He comes over now and again, but he just kind of goes, we think he might be a ghoul.
You think he might be what?
A ghoul.
A ghoul. I say, do you know where this ghoul hangs out at?
There's like a ghoul commune, he says, maybe about 1 kilometer away. In the sewers. We tend not to go near there.
I say, excellent. In case you guys have any extra information, and I give them another $50, and I give them my number, I say, give me a call if you see her or if you see the kid right away. Thank you. And I head over towards this. I head over to the storefront, and I see if I can make my way in, if there's a secret passage.
Looking around the place, just kind of like it's kind of boarded up windows and stuff, and looking around and then kind of checking out the door handle and then moving around the building. Around the back entrance, you can actually see the actual door handle has been like blasted off.
Like shotgun blasted?
Yeah, like a breaching shotgun blast.
Right. I looked down at the paperwork that was given to me. What was the time frame of the last time she was seen? When was she kidnapped?
She was kidnapped about a couple of weeks ago. Similar to the stories that those guys said, where we only saw her about a couple of weeks ago.
And I looked down more at my paperwork. There was someone who was taken 2 days ago. Who was that person? Was that Jeremy?
That was actually Joe, yeah.
That was Jeremy. Okay.
Yeah, Jeremy, yeah.
All right. Am I able to make my way inside?
Yeah, the door's kind of just swinging there. It doesn't have a door handle.
I look inside. Do I see signs of a struggle signs of like maybe someone soiled themselves with fear as these people rushed in?
Yeah, so looking around the
Anything?
place, it seems that there are some upturned desks and things like that. There definitely looks like a massive sign of a struggle, and you can even see through the debris and like this place isn't exactly super well kept, but someone did live here. But it looks like there's been a massive struggle, and you can even see the outline of her body where she pushed the debris, like where she was kind of cowering in the corner, and you can even see like a line kind of thing of the debris being pushed where she was dragged out of the room, leading back to where you walked from.
Do, am I able to perceive like something that the attackers would have grabbed to get at her? Like, do I like one of these overturned desks? I would like to look and see if there's like a handprint in dust, or if there was like a footprint, or if
Yeah,
there was
you
like
can
maybe some
actually see, yeah,
hair, or
very
I
heavy
would just like to go
boots,
around.
like combat boots, kind of marking in the dust and the debris around this place.
Hmm.
But it's kind of
Yeah, I would
shielded
just.
over with a. There's like very heavy dust, and then it's shielded over with dust because it's been a couple weeks, but no one's been here.
Mhm. Yeah, I would like to just go ahead and photograph everything that's in here. If I find some hair, I'll collect hair. If I see a random fingerprint, then I will see if I can find some tape and a little bit of like a pencil or chalky powder to lift the print with, and I'll just collect evidence and I will. Yeah, I would then like to head down to the Ghoul commune in the sewers. But before I do that, I'd like to give my friends a contact to let them know which way I'm going.
Yeah, sure. Looking
Okay.
around for prints and stuff like that, you don't find prints, but you do find very like it's handprints, but they don't have any fingerprints. It's like gloves. And just by looking around the place, it looks like the people who did this were fairly professional.
It looks like Shadowrunners did this.
Yep, Shadowrunners could have done this. All right, and now we're going to zap over to someone else. Let's hit up Lloyd and
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
yep, and then we'll go back to Ian. Back to you. All right,
Okay.
David and
So
Lloyd, what you got? Where were you guys going to be going again?
the street dock.
Yeah. So you guys are actually going to be going to his place then?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I believe so. Yep.
Yep. He's actually holed up maybe about 15 kilometers away. He's not super close by any means. And you
So I
rock
guess
up.
we're gonna have to cab it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Or
Or
is there
you
a
can.
subway?
I don't know if there's actually a subway in this area, to be honest, but
Okay.
public transport or using someone else's vehicle.
Okay. I don't know.
Public transport is probably quite dangerous, I would think, in the barrens.
I'm not even sure if there'd be many taxis going through, but there is kind of like
Oh,
hire a car things you can get.
right,
So
like a rickshaw.
Okay.
anyway, so yeah, you guys make it to there however you do. It probably takes you guys a while calling a cab and all that, automated cabs to come here. And you guys rock up to his place. He's definitely in a nicer part of the Barrens, that is for sure. So it's not too much of a problem of getting mugged in the streets. I mean, it does happen, but
Mhm.
you rock up, and he's right now sitting at his poor excuse for a desk at the front area where there normally would be a receptionist. Instead, there's this scraggly dwarf with blood-stained schmuck.
Wow. So this is a pretty dumpy looking clinic, basically, or
This is a friggin' dumpy-looking clinic.
Okay.
This guy is renowned for dealing with secondhand cyber.
Okay. Just before I walk in, I want to get on the comm to Zap and ask what this guy's name is. I forgot.
Joe.
His name's Joe.
Okay.
He's a dwarf.
Yeah. As you guys enter, the kind of doorbell rings, and then Joe's like, "Welcome to Joe's secondhand." Oh, hello there.
Hello.
Are you-
How you doing?
Are you Zap told me about a guy.
Crank. Yeah. Nice to meet you. Stick out my hand. Really like jittery hand.
He puts his hand forward and is got a glove on at the moment, and it's a little bit blood-stained.
Yeah, I'll shake it and just wipe it on my coat.
It's like it's definitely kind of almost squelches.
Nice to meet you.
And as soon as he does, he's like, "Oh shit!" Takes off his glove, puts it away, and then he goes, "Oh, sorry." shake your normal hand, which
now
then
I
gets
have right now I have a squishy hand, and I shake his hand again.
I'm trying to find a clean spot on the floor to stand. You know,
You find
kind of look
one
around.
in kind of like one area of the corner.
This is sucky.
Hey, so Joe, my name's Crank. This is my associate Lily. We're looking for. Well, we've heard some disturbing things about elves getting kidnapped or disappearing. Have you had like a sudden windfall of, parts?
No.
Okay, I look up at that. Yeah, okay.
No, I haven't.
It took you a long time to say that, Joe.
I'm just thinking.
Sorry, I missed the thing with Joe. Is Joe like a good guy? Is he on the level, or is he like questionable?
He sells secondhand cyberware and organs for a living.
Right, but was he?
I'll interrupt and I'll kind of walk over, kind of avoiding the mysterious puddles and stains on the floor, you know. And she'll kind of stand up to all of her 5'4". And
he's a dwarf, so he's smaller than you, and he's sitting
yeah,
down.
well, yeah,
moment,
but
so.
she's fairly waifish anyway. But I'll kind of. Is it possible for me to kind of give the dwarf a kind of like a flash of my eyes, kind of like hinting at, my magical abilities in a sense,
Yeah, you could definitely have like a crackle of electricity ripple over your eyes.
I'll do that, and I'll have the wolf, the tattoos on the side of my face, kind of maybe kind of glow for a hot second, I want to use my intimidation to basically I want to tell him, I want to say, we don't have a whole lot of time here, so cut the shit.
You'll get a +3 because of your your intimidating presence. You're more intimidating than normal.
Okay, so that'll give me a 13 pull. Is that correct?
Yeah, 13. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so let's see here. So 13 rolled and 5 hits.
He just gulps, and he's like, "Okay."
Okay, and then I'll turn I'll turn to my associate and kind of give him the nod.
So I'm pretty sure I haven't been getting any organs are normal, and I tend to know where they're coming from. And he says, wait. I mean, you can come back with me. He kind of pulls back the the plastic vines that lead into his back room into the main clinic area, and you can actually see like a unconscious recovering patient just sitting in the middle of the room, and he kind of pushes past a whole bunch of tools, and then he picks up his comlink and he's searching through it, and he just basically sends you guys a whole bunch of files that's basically detailing his dealings and stuff like that, and what he's been buying from people, and you don't see an influx of elves at all.
Okay, Lily's trying to kind of look over. Well, she's not going to be able to look over Crank's shoulder, so she's kind of trying to peer around his arm, as he's looking. And what do you see? Did we find him? We hit pay dirt?
Doesn't look like it.
But what you do see is that he actually has been working with the ghoul commune.
What about that right there?
It's not elves.
Okay.
See, I told you.
I've been working with ghouls. Is that normal practice for a street dog?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is ghouls eat people, right? But they don't eat cyberware, do they? No. So they sell the cyber to street dogs to sell.
Yeah.
Are elves any more tasty than anything else?
You don't know. You've never eaten people, so you'll have to ask a ghoul.
Still weird. Well, I'm thinking out loud. That's still weird,
Yeah, it is. It's definitely
disgusting, but weird.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ask him about the ghouls.
Joe.
Crank need a shower, by the way, but ask him.
Crank is like the greasiest looking guy, Like he's got these big thick bags under his eyes. He's like really gaunt, like he hasn't eaten in a while. You know, he's got this really greasy black hair. Like he just looks scummy. He's got this totally hideous like wife beater vest on, but it's like stained and just like there's like blood stains and clearly vomit stains and stuff. He doesn't take care of his appearance much at all. He's like well in the grips of a serious drug addiction. So what's with the ghoul stuff you got going on here?
He's like, oh, they have bodies. Sometimes they eat people with wear. I buy it. I sell it to my customers. I check it, of course, quality control and all that. He says as he brushes himself off.
Yeah, you're a real professional.
Definitely.
So have you heard from any other people in your line of work?
Hey, don't do that. As your spit hits the floor next to what you're pretty sure is another spit pile. This is a clinic. You're gonna be clean.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to ruin your sterile environment here, Joe.
It's like, good, I've got a patient over there, and he has an open wound at the moment.
Yeah, have you heard from any other street dogs? Have they had an influx of elf parts?
You know what? Because it looks like you motherfuckers are going to kill me and zap me with lightning, he says, pointing at the mage, I'm going to give him a call.
I think that's wise, yeah.
He picks up his phone and he's like, He gives a few calls, and the general consensus is no. They haven't been.
Okay. So it looks like they haven't been.
Well, what about I turn the crank and kind of elbow him, and then I wipe my elbow off, and I go, well, ask him about the ghouls. Who's his ghoul? Who's his ghoul guy?
Yeah, why is Crank doing the talking? Okay, well,
because it's more fun this way. That's why.
Who's your ghoul contact?
His name's Mason. I don't know. He's been a ghoul for a while. He usually sends me corpses.
Crank is just disgusted by this whole thing. This is like really not okay with him.
Oh, actually, wait, no, correction. Bits of cyberware and bones. I don't get the corpses. They usually eat them first.
Where do you meet this guy? How do we meet him?
You want to meet him?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's the ghoul commune. It's like that way, 16 k's or so. Pointing back where you guys came.
When's the last time? I'll speak up. When's the last time that you got a delivery from this guy, Mason?
Like a couple days ago. Good shit, actually. So if you guys are looking in for some cyber eyes, I can hit you up.
How do you got a number or way to contact him? In case you're looking for.
Yeah. He has a meddling number. I mean, I'm pretty sure he definitely doesn't want to give it to you. So if you guys can either how are you gonna fish it out of him? He doesn't want to give it to you. He's like,
I'm gonna steal some DBJ. I'll go pull my coat to the side and scratch my back and reveal the enormous fucking super warhawk at my side. You know, this ridiculous hand cannon that I've got on me. Just like scratching my back and then go back to what I was doing.
All right, roll an intimidate check.
I'll kind of turn away as if I know what's about to happen, kind of like, well, not again. And I'll kind of look under a gurney and, lift the plastic sheet up under a gurney, kind of look the other way.
I don't have the sheet, Cons.
Oh, you have it. I'm pretty sure you got intimidate. I think you had 2 ranks now.
I think I do, yeah. But I
and 5
don't have
charisma.
my sheet on me. So that'd be 7?
7 dice, yeah.
Okay.
How do you not have a sheet on you?
2 hits.
Right. 2 hits.
Mm-hmm.
He's just kind of like, But the thing is, business is business, and I can't be giving out my business partners' names like that. I mean, I don't know what you're gonna do to him. He says, I'm not doing it. Just it's not happening.
Okay. I'll take out the gun and I'll scratch my chin with it, like with the barrel. Right? Like, just like,
What?
just
How many hits of cram have you had today?
Plenty. And just like scratch my chin with it, and I'll be like, I'm like waving it around while I'm talking. I'm like, look, man, the thing is, I need you, and I point it right at him, to help me out here. You know? Like,
Hey, Lloyd, did you remember to put the safety on?
Probably not.
Ooh.
I would like you to roll an edge check.
Oh fuck. Okay, what do I roll?
Your edge. If you critical glitch, we're gonna go Pulp Fiction up in here.
Hey,
Oh, I
I
shot
spent
Marvin in the
karma on
face.
that contact, motherfucker.
Oh, I shot Marvin in the face, guys. Okay, edge. One. I have one edge.
Oh god.
Don't get a one.
Don't do it.
Okay, I have one hit. It's a 5.
Okay. It doesn't go off. It had to be a 1 for it to go off. By the way, like that's.
Since it was a hit, does Joe notice that the safety's not on?
I'm gonna say that Crank does when he does that. He's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, I'll I'll notice that and then be like, right, realizing that I was just scratching my goddamn beard with it, like, could have easily destroyed myself. And I guess I'll like notice that and then be like, take my hand off the trigger, you know, put it on the side of the gun instead, and be like, I need you to help me out here, Joe. All right, it's important. There are elves going missing. This is really important to me. You know. Actually, he doesn't know, but Crank thinks everyone knows everything about him. So you know that elven rights and civil rights are important to me. So I need you to help me out here, bro. All right, just need you to help me out.
It's like, I'm pretty sure I don't know. But he says if he needs some fucking help, here's his number. Get the fuck out of here.
All right. So I'll put the gun on safety, put it back in my holster, and then like go to shake his hand again.
He shakes your hand, but it's definitely like a quick shake, pulls away, and he's like, no, get out.
It's been a pleasure doing business with you, Joe. And then I'll walk out.
All right.
Okay. I'll follow him and just kind of turn around and I'll say, clean this place up before somebody gets a call from the to the Department of Health or something.
He looks and says, what the fuck is that?
And walk out.
Okie dokie. So you guys have now the ghoul's number, and we'll go to Zap Ian. All right, zappity dap.
Yeah, let's zap on over to Zap. Okay, so Zap's going to hot sim.
Okay, you are hot simmed in the Matrix. Now, you can make a Matrix perception check to try to find the local Stuffer Shack through the many different nodes that are nearby.
That's the first thing to do, yeah. What did I have? I had 10 for Matrix Perception, I think.
Yes.
But I get +2 for hot simming, right? So
Yep.
12. No, sorry, I got 12 for Matrix Perception, so I got 14 now.
Yep, sure.
Okay, there we go. Wow. How does 8 hits sound? I think that's a limit.
That
Meant
hits
to
your
limit
limit.
6, so yeah, 6.
What is the limit? Data processing. Yep, you hit your limit, but you're able to easily find this Stuffer Shack node in a mix of things. And checking the actual node itself of the Stuffer Shack, it actually has its own really shitty host, a rating 2 host.
Okay, well that should be easy enough.
Yeah, it's a crappy Stuffer Shack.
Probably doesn't have a decker on hand securing it either, but just to be careful anyway, just because I don't want to let my guard down, I'll still run silently.
Yep.
And start putting marks on this thing, because I want to go for full admin access and access their cameras and everything.
Alright, so you're going to be taking negatives to get what, or?
Well, I get +2 for hot simming, and then what do I get for running silently? -2, right?
Yeah.
So it balances out.
Yes, and when you're doing a hack on the fly action, you can take negatives to get more marks when you do it.
That's true.
You can take
And
-4 to get 2 marks when you succeed,
hacking
and
on the
-10 to
fly
get
is
3.
what's the? I've got the skill there. What's the attribute that goes with hacking on the fly?
Logic. And you get a add your specialization bonus, and then add your hack on the fly bonus as well.
So I'm already
Your code sling bonus.
Oh yeah, Code Slinger. What's the bonus for that? Another +2?
2, yeah.
That's 17 dice.
Yeah. So you can take a
Um,
-4, or you can even take a -10 if you want.
to go for 3 marks.
Yeah.
Let's go for the -4. Go for 2.
Sure.
So it'll be 13 dice. Yeah, limit again, 6 hits. 1-1.
What was your total though?
Oh, my total? Sorry.
Your like
54.
no, like your actual amount of hits, or did you go over your limit, or?
No. Sorry, 6 hits. Yeah, I rolled
Yeah,
exactly.
just wondering because it just critical glitched. So I'm going to give you 3 marks automatically when you hack into this thing. You start hacking and you like guess the code for the entire system nigh immediately. Like you guess like
shit.
twice as you're trying to peer your way in, and you're just in.
That was easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just okay then.
Well, shit, start accessing. First thing I'm looking for is cameras. I'm trying to see, I'll cross-reference with the shitty little picture of drunk passed out Jer that I have, and to see.
Okay. Make yourself a data search check.
Data search. Fuck it. Oh yeah, there is 10 dice, but I'm +2, -2. Do I get? No, I don't have any other bonuses that, do I? So just 10 dice.
All right.
3 hits.
Okay, with 3 hits searching through this place, you actually find out that right now it doesn't have a camera because it's damaged. It was actually damaged quite recently, about a couple days ago. And there is actually an alert for the camera to be replaced, and it's been sent to the management of the Stuffer Shack Corporation. That's coming eventually. So, but either way, there is still footage of the camera.
Information?
Yeah, there's still camera footage on the actual system. Checking for the camera footage on the system and looking for around the exact time, it's actually saved what actually happened automatically. So it saved it. Like the camera got destroyed, and then it sent the footage of what happened, basically.
Okay.
It just did that automatically, and you're able to find that very, very easily and inside of this system. So peering through and just getting a good look. The footage pretty much starts there are about 2 cameras. There's one camera at the front of the Stuffer Shack which walks into, it's like a room with shitload of vending machines and stuff where you can kind of order basically anything you want, then it automatically gives it to you.
Yep.
And pretty much how it goes, just looking back on the footage, you see Jer walk into the room and is kind of obviously just doing some shopping. He looks really quite drunk. And then on the front camera out the front, you see a car pull up, a black SUV, a very stereotypical, very cliched, and then the doors open, and then someone comes out with a gun and fires at the camera.
Oh fuck! Can I get an image of who it was? Can I like freeze frame, zoom in, try to clean up the image, get any kind of a image of the person's face?
Yeah, you sure can. I mean, the actual footage isn't actually that bad quality because cameras in the future are relatively good. And getting a look at this guy, he seems to be human in build. He has a ballistics mask on, and he is wearing like full body armor, and he has a massive shotgun.
Fucking like paramilitary or something.
Like paramilitary or something.
Yeah. Okay. What about the vehicle? Any detail on the vehicle, like a registration number?
As the vehicle was pulling up, you can indeed see a registration number.
Right. Save all of this. And, okay. So I got the license number on the vehicle. Black SUV. I've got an image of the... I only see the one guy step out, with the shotgun.
Yeah.
And does... your man put up any resistance? Does he just pretty much get in the van?
Oh yeah, sorry. The camera shot out, and
the camera shot. Yeah.
That's the camera at the front gets shot out, and then the camera on the inside gets shot out. But you can see the other guy kind of whimpering in the corner when he comes in. Like you can see basically the camera gets shot out, and the guy drops, and then the guy walks in with the shotgun and shoots the other camera out, and you don't know what happens.
Okay. They knew right where the cameras were, so they obviously knew the place. What about what's across the street next door to this place?
Across the street next door to this place just seems to be another storefront
Hmm.
that looks, not jumping, and nothing's jumping out basically. There's
Do
like
they have a
apartments
camera?
rising up under it. Well, if you are looking around, make a matrix perception check
Just
to
trying to
try
see
to
if there's
find
another
other
camera
cameras in the
nearby.
area.
Yep.
What'd you get?
Oh, that's a hack on the fly. It's just matrix perception. Sorry.
Oh, are you done inside of the host, by the way? Are you going to leave this host? Because you will have to leave it to look around.
Yeah. Oh, then I lose my marks, don't I?
Yeah.
Maybe before I do that, then, is there anything else I want to get from in here? So I've got the camera records. I've got those saved. Got the images. Yeah, actually, before I leave this host, I want to check and see, was there? I presume the store has its own kind of data link, or was the crime reported?
Yeah.
Can I get a recording of that? If there's any information in there that's useful, any kind of a description of anything that I didn't see?
No. Basically,
Yeah.
it was an automated
Okay.
response sending out that the
Fair
cameras were
enough.
shut out. That's it. That's all they know.
Fair
But
enough.
they
Just
don't
thought I'd
really
check.
care. It's the barrens.
Okay. Then, what else? What else do I want to do while I'm in this place? Nothing really. I don't think there's anything else I need to do from this place. So I'll exit this host, yeah, and do my matrix perception then.
All right, roll it.
6 hits.
All right, with 6 hits, you were able to find a large, like a camera that was basically on top of an apartment, which it was able to lean down and gives a overview of the area. It's a very old, underused camera that you're not even sure if it's hooked up to the actual grid, the actual the main security grid or anything. It might
Okay,
be someone's put in that lives in that apartment block.
let's give it a shot and find out. Maybe if else can I
Yeah,
see
chuck a hack on the
if it,
fly on the camera.
if it's digital, I'll see where the feed goes, etc.
Yeah.
Back on the fly, 5 hits.
All right. With 5 hits, you're easily able to get a single mark on this thing. And leading from that mark, and now that you have a minor access to the camera itself, it seems that this camera is linked to basically a small, basically like a computer system, like a inbuilt deck.
A private computer system.
Yeah, yeah.
Home computer system.
Maybe there's some kind of clubhouse there or something like that, but either way, you just hacked into their camera.
Quick look at the baby monitor. Sure, I'm fine, but
Baby monitor at the moment. Give me a second. You've only done. Yeah, it's 2. You're fine.
Grand. Can I do another quick check just to see? I mean, again, I'm being paranoid, but this is the effect that the last several runs have had on me. I'll just check to see, is anybody currently marking me?
No, you have no marks on you.
Cool, good. Okay. I need to get more marks on this thing, however, to get access to it, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna take a -4, try to get 2 more marks.
Yeah, sure. I'll roll its resist.
4 hits.
Yep, you succeed. You have 2 more marks on it.
Okay, so that's 3 marks total.
Yep. You
So
have
can I
full
get-
access to this very small link system, and pretty much getting a good look at it. This seems to be a clubhouse of pretty much a very small gang. They've probably got their hands on some electronics and stuff like that, and they've just kind of put it there to kind of give an overview of the street, that camera on the roof, just by peering through their files a bit. It's truly innocent, but there are some files of recordings on this camera.
Yep, I want to look for those recordings, save those. I also want to. I mean, I can pretty much with my. I could save just about everything that's on this system, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I can't remember what they're called. I have the data links, data jacks.
Yeah.
Data jack, yeah. Okay. Yep. Save all of that. First of all, make a copy of everything, but also then get into the video and just see if I can get any more detail on the vehicle, how many people are in it, if there's more people, what the story is. Just see if I get any more useful video.
The windows in the vehicle are heavily tinted, and you get a different angle on the actual crime scene itself, and you get a better view on the registration number of the vehicle. But apart from that, there's not much else this is going to give you. But this thing, the direction that it came from was like just up the road.
And do I see which direction it goes?
I mean, it could go anywhere from there. That's the problem.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah, there's probably not going to be enough cameras for me to piggyback around and try to figure out exactly where it went. But
No way.
okay, that's fine. That's some good information. So I have one folder where I just store all the video information, everything pertaining to this particular investigation, and I have another folder just with all the information on this shitty little gang, which I'll just then pass on as a freebie to my friends in the Ancients. Nothing to really worry about, but just to let them know what's going on.
Okay.
In case it becomes an issue later on.
At this point, this has totally taken the ghouls out of the picture. The ghouls have nothing to do with this, unless they're toting around military-grade weapons and full-body armor, which is very, very, like, they're not doing that. So I'm guessing
You're guessing we what?
You're going to tell your friends? Because they're...
Yeah. Once I get done with this, I'm just going to give them a call, let them know everything I found.
All right. So I'm guessing you guys are going to reconvene the base of operations, or Phil, do you still want to investigate the ghouls?
And no, I would no longer investigate the ghouls once I had this pertinent information concerning the kidnapping. And plus it correlates to the evidence that I found at the crime scene about it being a highly organized thing. I basically suspected that the child ghoul that she hung around with might have more information about her disappearance.
Okay.
That was basically it.
Yeah. It's up to you if you still want to try to talk to the child ghoul, but that may be difficult getting into the ghoul commune is the problem.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I would send out information about how maybe we should check out some of these bars that are ran by the Polis Humanus, like perhaps maybe the Poison Purse. And see if these guys know about anything. And I would ask to see if you were able to find out anything about the registration of the vehicle who drove up and did the kidnapping at the, what was it, the Stuff Shack?
Stuff Shack, yeah.
Yeah, the Stuff Shack.
Well, it's probably a good idea for you guys to reconvene at a little home just to talk about more what's going on, so you guys can decide what you want to do.
Yeah, I guess our base of operations right now is from
Thingy's place.
From Jeremy's place, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys rock up to Jeremy's place with all the information that you guys have. Go ahead, talk away.
So I'll show them the video that I found. You can see here's the guy arriving at the Stafford Shack. Mm-hmm. See this black SUV pulls up out front. This guy here, check out what he's wearing. See that mask and the armor he's wearing?
Pretty heavy duty stuff.
Yeah, I would reckon, maybe they're paramilitaries. I mean, if they're gangers, they have some really expensive gear.
As I look at the video, is the engine kept running as he goes?
Yeah, the car is definitely still on.
I said, well, there is obviously more than one person in the vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
And were you able to look up the registration for the vehicle?
That's something I'm working on now.
Yeah, this seems like our biggest break, our biggest lead.
Would that be a data search, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know if there are any other buildings or anything around that Stuffer Shack that may have had cameras?
Do I know if there's any...
Well, yeah,
here's
the footage I got from the apartment building across the street.
Ah, okay.
Yep. Just shows a different angle. Doesn't give us much more information, really. Just gives a clearer view of the registration right there.
Do we know if
I got 3 hits on my data search.
Yep, sure. Phil?
I could do that in AR, I presume.
Yeah, of course.
I was just wondering if the vehicle came from a general vicinity of where the bars of the Polis Humanus are.
It came from a random direction, basically, because this Stuffer Shack was just on a road. They could either come from that way or that way. And,
Oh, is it?
I mean, they could have come from anywhere. Simple as that.
Yeah, but
But
there
they knew
should
it
be a
was.
system of
They knew
cameras that you should be able to access. Like
Yeah,
there's
true.
like we would have a grid of the map of the location. We could hit certain cameras at certain points where we know that they would have to have come from, and we should be able to track their movements by hacking into different cameras to their point of origin. I think that would be the way, unless you guys have another idea.
Sounds pretty
Okay.
good.
We can do that. That will require an extended hack on the fly test.
Okay, guys, I'm going to take a nap again.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, hack on the fly. I'm good at it. This is my specialty. Just roll straight hack on the fly. Yeah.
Okay, so how this is going to go is that you need to make a certain amount of hits over time. And it's going to cost a time period to do it each time. And the thing with that is that time equals Overwatch and all that lovely shit like that. So you're going to have problem with Overwatch during this time.
Okay.
Is there any way that my leadership could come into play for this?
Hack faster over here. Actually, yeah, I'm going to say that you could probably help him with all the data searching and stuff like that. So I will allow you to roll your leadership test to spur Zap on
Excellent.
and help her out. That's all right.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Thanks, Scorpion.
So each hit that you get gives Ian another dice to each of his checks.
All right, cool. I had 5 hits.
So you get 5 more dice, Ian.
Happy days. And I don't know the target amount of successes that I
No,
need to get.
I have it in my head right now.
Okay.
But
well,
each
the target.
interval is going to be 15 minutes.
But
So
I can take negatives to get more?
I'm going
or
to say
no?
you just want pure dice at this point because this is a
Okay,
little bit different.
fine. I got 8 hits on the first one, which probably limits at 6 or 7.
Whatever your limit is, it's data processing for hack on the fly.
6, yeah.
Okay, so you get 6. Okay, so your baby monitor, and then 15 minutes pass, so your baby monitor is at 12.
Okay. Let's go again.
Yep.
5 hits.
So how many? Sorry. What'd you
Does
get?
he get sorry. Does he get the extra 5 each time, or do I need to roll?
Yeah, I'm just going to say each time. Just
Okay,
so we don't
fine.
have to roll a million times. It's, yeah.
I got 5 hits that time. I'm rolling 22 dice.
Wow.
5 hits. And your baby monitor is at 25.
Okay. Can I do this by one more time? Let's go again.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm running silently. Just to make sure I'd taken the negatives too. 7 hits on the third one.
All right, you get it this time.
My
And
favorite
finally, your baby monitor creeps up to 35.
Oh, phew.
So pushing your like sweat, you're basically hacking into every single camera, getting the data, streaming the data, and cross-referencing.
Mhm.
And the vehicle seems to be coming from basically it's some kind of scrapyard, and it has a garage and stuff like that all set out. And the place for, once again in the Redmond Barrens, looks pretty abandoned. You can see just from the general footage and stuff around that place, from the roof cameras and things like that, there's scum all around the place. And just by quickly checking that footage and downloading all of it and then streaming and looking through it, you get a good look and tell that this SUV is going out now and again constantly. Every single day moving out, driving around. And right now, it's not there.
It's not
So-
there. They're on the prowl.
Get to the scrap
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna save all the information I can anyway from the camera feeds and the locate. Try to get the address of the scrapyard. Yeah, I think we found maybe not the only place, but we found at least one base of operations where these kidnappings are happening from, and it looks like they're on the prowl right now, guys.
Yeah.
Let's get going.
And also vehicles also come up to them as well. When you're checking the footage, basically every single time they capture someone, you're able to cross-reference just from using this camera and all the footage you found from this camera. Just by looking at it, basically they capture people, and then another vehicle comes, picks someone up, and then drives away. This is after about 15 minutes or something like that.
No idea where that vehicle goes, I presume.
No, that would require a long time more if you want to do that again. But
No, not right now.
this actual town, this little junkyard is actually on the edge of the Redmond Barrens, and that vehicle actually exits out of the Redmond. Like it goes towards the direction they'll be leaving the Redmond Barrens.
Sure, so they're taking them somewhere else.
Auburn, which is the warehouse district.
Right. So taking them from the Redmond Barrens and they're taking them up there. Okay. Well, guys, I think if we go to this junkyard, this scrapyard, if we can catch the people with this vehicle, they'll go a long way to us getting the information we're looking for, the information we're hired for.
Okay, well, let's go.
I say that
Any
we set up a
actions?
trap for them, and that we just watch the cameras. We can set up some demolitions. We can trap them. We'll have someone outside. We'll set up the ignitions. We'll watch some of the cameras for when we set them off, and then we'll just go and ask questions. Unless you guys want to go and put yourselves in danger.
I want to put myself in danger.
Fair enough.
Well, if we can sabotage them on the way in, though, I think the trap's a good idea to at least give you a bit more of an advantage.
Yeah,
I don't need
and,
any more of an advantage. I don't know if you were around, but I killed that champion in the arena one time. Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I was around when you shot that chick that was trying to get on the helicopter too.
so I say, I'm not against the hands-on approach. However, we are hired just merely to find out who's doing this.
Exactly.
We have to put a stop to it.
Do
Craig, there are
we?
heavily armed.
We have not been paid to put a stop to it.
Okay, well, let's find out who they are, and I'll put a stop to it, because it matters to me personally.
Sounds good. Sounds good. But like I said, they're wearing full body armor. They're highly
I'm unafraid.
trained. Looks like anyway. So we'll try to give you every
I
advantage.
can set up a demolitions trap, no problem.
Can I set up an electronic detonator on that I'd be able to activate
Oh yeah,
through my AR?
yep,
Mm-hmm.
that cap sort of thing.
That's great. You set up the bomb. I'll set up the trigger.
I will need a point man watching me. I suspect you can do that from the camera. You'll let me know if there's anyone in the area that'll be incoming.
I'll be your eyes and ears, absolutely. Somebody else.
That's great. I'll have the drive time, and I will go ahead and plot my routes for escape before I even go. I think that might be the best way to do it.
Those two gangers, I gave them 100 new yen each so far because they've been working for us for about a day. You guys want to earn a little extra money?
I'm
All
sorry.
right. Oh,
I was
you're
just
asking
gonna
them if they want more money.
Yeah, the gangers. The ancients.
Well, more money?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you need, man? What do you need?
Well, I'm gonna need a lift for one.
Oh, yeah. Jump on the bike.
Maybe a bit of muscle if things get dirty.
Huh, yeah, 100%. We'll be your bodyguard. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just, you already. We got you. You hired us for the day. We'll do what you need, as long as we're,
Right.
we'll be your bodyguard.
Let's go. I presume they've got bikes since they're biker
Yeah, they do.
gangers.
They're the ancients. They have really fucking sweet, like Kawasaki, Suzuki super bikes, basically.
Yeah, I remember it from before. Very good. So, well, I'll take a lift with one of them anyway. Well, no, actually, you know what? I'll take a lift with Scorpion if it's okay, since he's going to set the bomb and I'm going to set the trigger.
Yes, I will just need you to watch the cameras in the vicinity.
Don't worry,
I can set up the bombs pretty well.
I can try to get
I have
set up through VR or AR. Sorry.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, you can ride with me, no problem. I'll
That is
go.
something
I'll
I
pick
can
up
do right now.
all pertinent equipment.
Bless
Right.
you.
Yeah,
Plus
sorry,
it.
guys.
Yeah.
Would I be able to? Oh no, I've already got access to those cameras. So yeah, I just need to keep monitoring.
You've
it.
got the roof cameras and stuff, but you haven't actually scanned that building area for cameras. You couldn't find any on the main matrix though. But there is a
Well, when we get
possibility they may
closer,
have
it might be
local
possible I can find
wireless
one.
instead.
Yeah, I'll have to deal with that when we get there.
Yeah.
I would say, is there a main route that these guys travel through that's not
Yeah.
necessarily hooked up in
Well,
that vicinity?
The one that you saw when you were cross-referencing all those bloody cameras,
Mhm.
but these guys could travel how they want. They'd be picking up elves all around the place.
Yeah, I could definitely plot out probably our best route to get there quickly. And
Because there's a couple ways we can do it. My ideas are we can either hit the vehicle itself, or we can have the vehicle hit off a place in front. We can have the bombs go off in front and behind them, trapping them. Have people on the roofs to shoot down. Bop, 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 bop. You know what I mean?
There might be innocent people in the
Or
car.
Right. And are you guys trying to get cars that are leaving or coming?
well, we're just at the planning stages right now, so any input would be great.
Yeah, I think blowing up the car is a bad idea because if there's innocent people in there, I'm certainly not okay with that.
there's not going to be
trapping
any
the
innocent
car.
people.
You mean if they're leaving, there probably won't be, right?
No, when
Yes.
they're coming in, there won't be because they hand off the innocents to another vehicle before they come back.
Right. Okay.
See here?
Right.
There's an
I just want to be
exchange.
sure. Yeah. I just want to be sure.
Yeah. Is there a way for you to jam radio signals if they've been hit? They're calling for help.
I
Yes.
presume. Yeah, I just
Yeah,
have
you
to hack
can
into
stop
their
people's
vehicle.
calls.
But
Yeah, you
don't
can-
we
so-
want to ensure that we have someone left alive to interrogate and question?
Mhm.
Exactly. That's why what I
Oh,
was
absolutely.
thinking.
Yeah, that's the highest priority. Yeah.
What I was
Yeah.
thinking is we set up the explosive in a way that when they're driving this big, like kind of armored black SUV, right?
Yeah.
I figure if we could set it off at the right time, if I can time it just right, it sets off at the back of the vehicle after they've passed, just as they pass over, flips the vehicle over, and then they're not driving anywhere.
Is there a sewer system below that I can blow out underneath when their vehicle is and collapse it down?
There's a sewer hole thing.
That's
Is
not
this
a bad-
by the Ghoul commune?
No,
Is there also
this
the
is
sewers?
this is actually fairly far away from where all the kidnappings are happening.
All right, I run that by the crew and I ask for their impressions.
What do you think, Lily? You've been pretty quiet.
All this talk about bombs and gunfire and everything. It just seems like all we're gonna have left is a bunch of Swiss cheese to interrogate. There's no kind of way that we can disable one of the cars instead of blowing it up. There's no electronic
Yeah.
means to do it.
One of the issues with bombs is that it attracts a lot of attention, and even in the
Not
barrens,
a-
something like that, I think eventually will attract attention. You know, even if it's not police, it'll attract other people in this rig or this gang or whatever.
I mean,
And we want to try and keep this. Right.
shielded.
If there are any other people in this gang.
But we don't know. We have no idea how big it is. It could be. I mean, history has taught us that when we get involved in shit, it's often corporate, and we don't want to get involved in that shit. We don't want to
Well-
get on their bad side.
There is one classic way of stopping a vehicle, and I point towards a nail in the floor. We could throw a bunch of nails.
Is there any way to know if this SUV does actually run on air-based tires, or would caltrops and such, or
yeah.
whatever you call those things?
Ian, as long as the SUV is on the matrix, you can shut it down.
I could probably shut it down electronically as long as they're wireless.
There you go.
Well, that's much better, I think, than blowing
If they're
things up.
not on the matrix, though, it might not work. They probably are.
That's Plan B then.
But we should probably set up his explosive devices in case.
Yeah.
Well, having said that, they're coming back into the junkyard. We could just go in after them, but probably be better to get them near the entrance so we don't have to go too far into their base of operations. Who knows how many of them are inside?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just
Okay.
about reporting our findings and what we found, or we can go after these guys.
I
Do
just
you
think
not
we
have
can get
any
more
elf pride? Do you not feel that this is criminal that these brothers of ours are being kidnapped?
No,
You know, I feel no affinity towards something I didn't have a choice about. So, not really.
Yeah, but these people that were being kidnapped, they don't have a choice about it either.
They don't have a
You know,
choice.
it sucks.
Well,
They're
Well,
being
Well,
no,
and if it
yeah,
was
technically you guys don't know
I
who
don't,
they are
I
yet,
don't,
just
I'm
so
not
you
a
know.
Shadowrunner because I'm here for elven rights. That's not why I do it. If you have a problem why I do things, we can settle it right now.
I laugh. I go, oh, a lot of Elvis testosterone floating around here.
spit on the ground and just say, this is personal to me, and I think the fact that it isn't personal to you says a lot about you.
Why don't you guys see who can piss the furthest, and then that'll settle it.
Yeah,
Come
and
on,
when you say
guys.
settle it right now, my hand, like, just by muscle memory, just went to the hilt of my gun, but then I put it away again. I'm like, look, I don't want to get aggressive here, but I think for me this is an important thing. I don't think we can allow this to be happening, allow our people to become
Well,
oppressed.
our,
It's not something I'm okay with.
Mm.
the actions that we're taking now are going to go a long ways towards stopping it from happening, Crank. In the meantime, we got a job to do. If you can keep your cool, same for you, Scorpion. Please try to blow each other's heads off until at least we get paid for this job.
Oh
I would
yeah,
really.
that's good. Let's just get our heads in the game. Let's focus.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. We got 3 bikes, and there are 6 of us. That's 2 to a bike.
Okay. You guys make your way there. So you guys are going to be setting up explosives and getting a look at their system and waiting, basically.
Yeah. I've already got access to the outer cameras, so I'll just try to set that up on a feed if I can have that kind of set up in my
Yeah.
AR, VR, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to try to hot sim again and get in, see if I can access their own system within the junkyard area.
Yeah. All right.
So
Roll it, my friend.
what's the terrain look like around here? Are there other
All right,
buildings?
yeah. So around this place, there are a pump. Like this is kind of a junkyard that's in midst of like a concrete jungle. The buildings are a lot higher than the actual junkyard itself, and the place looks pretty shit. Mind
Mhm.
you, from the outside, when you guys get a look at it, when you guys rock up, it looks like there are actually lights on, and the building looks like it's being used.
Ooh,
Hmm.
careful. Okay.
Other than that, there seems to be a few apartments and decent vantage points that you guys can get if you go up the fire escapes, and make your way to the roofs if you wanted. If you want to get a good vantage point that way. Otherwise, as long as you put the explosives near the front entrance, you should be able to get any vehicle if it's coming from the left or the right on the road. Because you have to, if it's coming from a different way, like if you set it over here and they're coming from over here, you're obviously not going to get them. So you'd have to put it
Right.
near the entrance. So.
All right, sounds good.
Right.
Do you need me to make a demolitions roll to set these up?
Let's do a matrix perception check so that Ian can get a good look at the cameras around the place. If they're all right.
Okay.
Oh, sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll run silent again, so
Yeah, sure.
not screwing around. 5 hits.
All right. I would like you to roll a sleaze plus logic check as well, please.
Right. Now I've re-ordered this shit, haven't I? Sleaze plus logic. 5 plus 7, 12 dice. 7 hits.
Okay. Okay, so you got 5 hits. Looking around for cameras and stuff like that, you're able to see that there are a whole bunch of just systems running silently nearby. And you peer through the matrix, lifting up the veil of the code, and there is like a small facility going on here. There are cameras absolutely everywhere, scattered across the entirety of the
I'll be feeding
Jesus.
this information to their,
scrapyard.
to their comms.
And there seems to be a decker in the center that has a web of all these different devices linked to him, of all the cameras
One
and stuff
decker,
like
huh?
that.
Man, They got a
And
decker.
also from the decker, there is a link to a vehicle as well, which is far away and nowhere nearby.
Okay. So I'm going to live feed all this information to them. So we've got a decker here, guys. He's running all these cameras they've got inside this place. And I think he's linked to that vehicle as well.
The decker's got a rating 5 deck.
Okay. How long does it take to reconfigure my deck?
It's a simple action.
A simple action?
Yeah, it doesn't take long at all. It's basically like the equivalent of like opening new programs and closing programs. That's how they say it is like.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas, where are we at while this is going on?
You guys would either be down the road or in your vehicles or something like that.
Okay. I will let the guys know that I'll be right back while Zap is fooling around with her gizmo there, and I'm going to go astral and take a
That's
look
the
around.
way. All right.
Good.
Sorry, Ian, because I'm going to snap to David and let him do his astral
No,
thing.
please do. Please do.
Okay, David, you're going to fly over?
Yeah. Take a peek.
While they covered the Matrix, the motherfuckers completely forgot about magic.
Ah, okay. Okay, that's good.
So just by looking around the place, there doesn't seem to be any signatures. Oh, well, roll in a sensing check, sorry, so you can get astral perception check.
Okay, let's see. A sensing. Is that under my regular skill list or?
Yeah, it should be. I'm pretty sure you
Yep,
can.
I see it. Okay, so that's a 10 pull. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's 3 hits. Not very
Okay,
good.
with 3 hits looking around the place,
Okay.
peering through, you're able to find one body that's actually there. And that person seems to be in deep concentration. They have some cyberware and some bio. But apart from that, actually, they don't have it. Yeah, they have cyber and bioware. And quite a bit of bioware. And fairly high-grade bioware as well. You could barely even detect it.
Ah, okay, so there.
Also, there don't seem to be any signatures of mages casting any spells any time recently at all. So you don't think a mage has graced this place in a long time, if ever.
And no spirit signatures or anything either.
No spirits.
But you did say that and this is one body is in the occupied structure or no?
Yeah, it's the only one in that structure. It's just one guy.
Okay. Ground floor or middle of the building or upper top, or can I tell?
He's in the main block of the building. Basically, there's one main block and then there's kind of the large garage. He's in the main block of the building. It's like a 2-story building.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Okay. All right. I will smugly think that this is going to be easy as pie, and I will zip back, and then when I can, I will let the guys know what I saw. So I will come back in my body, and Lily will kind of shiver, and then she'll look up, and she'll say, "There's only one guy there." But from what I can tell, he's had some augs done, but he looks expensive. You know, this isn't anything like the dwarf we ran into earlier. This is the real deal. So he may only be one guy, but I don't know.
Okay. Okay, so snap back to Ian. Alrighty, Ian, what's your plan?
Let's see. Well, like, I'm thinking I'm going to have to take that decker out, but probably don't want to do it until the vehicle starts to get close, because taking him out is going to probably alert the vehicle, and it may just keep them from coming back at all. Having said that, though, we might not need the vehicle to come back if we can get into this place and take out that one guy. We can take him. He might be a more valuable target for interrogation. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, and just so you know, some of the cameras are pointing towards the road. Just so you know.
Yep.
That seems like an accurate assessment.
Yeah.
So maybe we say fuck the vehicle. I just take this guy out. You've got the explosives there anyway. If the vehicle comes back while we're in the middle of this shit, we can handle
That's
that.
true. Actually, we
So in
can
that
just
case,
set up explosives in different parts and hit it before he even gets there. And that way we can be outside of the camera range of the institution so the guy won't know.
Right.
Or we can just go in heavy-handed and take out this guy. And perhaps there's a window where we can get a vantage point and see him, and just a single bullet in the right place can change the history of their operation.
Right. What I'm thinking right now is I can get in here right now and just take this Decker on, try to take him out straight away.
Is there any
that
way that
will-
I can assist you?
Tom?
Running around on the cameras, being suspicious, could make his he'll be looking at the cameras instead of wondering what's happening to his deck. Distraction.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, I could definitely assist
run
that
around on
way.
the cameras like this.
Just go up and start setting up an IED in front of the gate. He'd be like, what the fuck's that guy do? What the hell's going on over there?
Next
I can
minute,
do
his
that.
deck is exploding.
Sounds good. And then while you're doing that, I can sneak in there and fucking zap this motherfucker.
Well, you could
That's why
just
they call
data
me
spy.
Zap.
You don't even
That's what I
need
meant.
to get
That's what
marks
I
on
mean
him.
by zapping.
Yeah.
No? Okay. Data spiking is cyber combat data spike plus what? That's 8 dice. Plus what? Plus logic? Willpower?
Cyber combat plus your logic, plus any other modifiers with specializations.
Yeah, I've got that all figured out. So that'd be 15 dice plus. I wouldn't need to run silently for this because it's
No.
straight up
Also,
attack.
you might want your attack score high. If you put your attack score the highest, that'd be best.
I already have. Would that give me a bonus?
No, the base damage will be higher. Also, you could initial edge.
Oh no, I planned on that already.
So you could break your limit.
That was foremost in my my mind.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm going to do all of that.
Alrighty, Phil. Are you just gonna walk onto the cameras and what are you gonna do? Just go out there in the middle of the street and just fuck around, or what's your plan to
I'm
strike?
going to go over to the front of the cameras. I'm going to go with my Harley Davidson, and I'm going to start doing donuts in front of it.
Yeah, sure. Roll your drive check.
Fucking sweet. All right, let me roll 14.
Yeah, so each hit that you're going to get is going to give him a minus to his defense test because he's going to be distracted.
I don't want to fuck this guy up.
You probably will.
I think so. I hope so. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I might fucking glitch.
All right, so that is 5 hits.
Okay, so he's going to get a -5 to his defense test. So that's pretty bugged already. This guy's screwed.
Okay.
All right, I rolled.
And then, so Lily and Crank, you guys are going to rush in and get the guy who wants to take out this Decker, right?
Checking my guns.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see, I get 8 plus 7 is 15, plus 2 for Hudson, that's 17.
And then +5 for initial edging. And every 6 that you get.
22. And
Initial edge.
oh, that's initial edge, yeah. That's initial
Yeah.
edge. I don't get to explode dice, do I, for initial edge?
Yeah, no, you do. You just click
Yeah.
edge, and
So
when you
22
click
dice,
that,
yep. 22
yeah,
dice
22 exploding dice.
And no limit, right? I'm limit breaking.
No limit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 11 hits.
Oh!
Wow.
Okay, so he's going to roll his defense test. He
Four
got
one.
3 hits.
Yeah.
So that is 8 net hits, so that is 15 points of total damage.
We needed him alive.
Oh, no, this is to his
No,
deck.
no, this
It's
guy's
not
the
to his
Decker.
head.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, so basically he is frying his deck to pieces.
Mhm.
And that is exactly what you do. So you critically succeed. So Zap, describe how you fry his little matrix persona. Like he kind of looks like a spider that's kind of got his web of all these cameras kind of thing as he's sitting in the matrix.
Jesus Christ, I think I've used this description before too, but so I come swooping in kind of like this little helicopter drone like thing. And as I fly on in there, like a silent kind of stealth mini chopper thing, the undercarriage just opens up and a fucking flamethrower launcher just drops out underneath, and it's as big as the rest of the frame of the chopper, and it just blasts him with fucking napalm, and the fucking web just closes in around him, and he's burning up completely.
Yeah.
And he drops down on the ground on his back, his 8 little legs cringing up and kicking around him
Crispy.
as he sizzles and pops.
and then it phases out of the matrix as kind of an
Yeah.
error, bad connection issue.
I've
Okay,
been having a
so
few of those myself today.
yeah, Lily, Phil, and Crank can make their way on the inside if they want.
Yeah.
I do.
Moving like a fucking lightning bolt.
Yeah. So you guys come rushing out, and there is a large gate in front of you, which is kind of in the way. So unless you guys want to cut your way through, blast it with a spell, shoot
You've got
at it with a
explosives set up in
pistol.
front of it, don't you?
Yes, I have foam explosives.
All right, so you can set explosives right now just to blow it up.
I do.
Yep. Make your
Is there a
explosives
way?
check.
Is there a way we could be quiet about it?
Does anyone have clippers?
I actually
is
have a
it- is it-
small torch.
Quick
Yep,
question.
blowtorch. Done.
I have a mini welder. Would that work?
Yeah, mini welder done.
Perfect.
I was gonna say,
Set
since
that
I've-
by attention.
Since I've just blasted the decker out of the system, could I just take control of it? Could I open the gate myself?
Because the actual system was tied to his deck and you've blown up his deck, there's no more
No.
system.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd ask.
All right. So you see the blue light of the mini welder, like, just kind of glow on my face before I hit the red of the lock, and just kind of melts
Yeah.
off. Pull the gate open. Do I
Alright.
hear dogs running?
No. But I would like you guys
If
to
you
make
did, it would be
checks.
too late, probably.
What do you want?
Perception?
Perception as you guys move in. Are you guys going to be moving up to the main building where you think that he is?
Yes. So wherever that Lily
Wow.
told us that they were. So that's 11 for me.
Lily, you know exactly where he is.
6 hits from me.
Yep.
Holy shit.
I had 2 hits.
Yep, and what did you get, Lily, for your
Four hits.
All right, so Lily and Crank just kind of looking around the place, and just by the sounds, you think that right now it sounds like a back door is being opened from behind the actual building.
Mhm.
And that would mean that he would be going towards the garage. So you guys can cut him off and head towards the garage right now.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
I've got the Warhawks out.
Okay.
Yep.
Run
I
that
will
way.
actually run back to my bike and head that way.
Oh, so you're going to get your bike and then drive on inside?
Yes.
All right. So Thingy gets to his bike, and you guys rush
Good
up to the actual garage area. And as you guys are running up, just before the bike is turned on by Phil, you hear the sounds of someone on a phone, just saying,
Oh,
"You guys got to
wow.
get here straight now. We are compromised. I repeat, we are compromised."
Not good.
So you guys can burst into the garage door because it sounds like it's coming from there.
Yeah, we better get him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You guys burst into the garage door, and you can see someone right now getting on top of a bike. He isn't wearing full body armor, but he looks like he's kind of wearing like an armor vest, and he looks very professional. I guess and that's pretty much it. He's got a pistol on his side, which he has out, and he's getting on the bike at the moment. And I would like you guys to roll initiative.
My favorite part of the game.
And you do, by the way, Ian. You still have the street cameras.
Cool. So I'll be able to see if that vehicle's coming back. And do I also have the electronic detonator for the explosives that Phil set up in the street?
He never planted anything.
Shit.
All right, so that is a 16 for me.
10 for me.
Yep.
34 for me.
All right, Cranky first.
Okay. So he's on the bike already?
He's on the bike, yeah.
Okay,
He's,
I want to
he's
try and...
not on, though, but he's sitting
Okay.
on the bike right now on the phone, kind of screaming, "We are compromised." I repeat, we are. Oh fuck! As you guys will open the door.
Kill the mount.
So I guess I want to get him off the bike. So I might shoot the hand he's holding with the phone.
All right, sure. Make an attack roll and take a negative 8 to hit the hands.
Okay. That's gonna leave me with still like a fucking ton of dice. I have 20, so it'll leave me with
Wow.
12. Yeah.
He's a combat character, guys. That's what Crank does.
It's gonna be 6 hits.
Yeah, you shoot his hand quite easily, blowing his hand apart, might I add,
Yeah.
as the phone gets shot through, and he just screams in pain.
Mhm.
Okay, who got 16? Phil, that was you, wasn't it?
Can I
Yes.
shout, get off the bike?
Yeah, of course you can. Get off the bike. Done. It's not his turn because now it's Phil's. All right, Phil. So you're outside of the well, you're actually on the road where your bike was, but
Yes.
you can easily drive up to where they are now, or you could do whatever you wanted else. I don't know.
So what I do is I saddle my bike like I saddle a horse, and from my leather pouch, I attach the Ares grenade launcher to the front of the bike, and I contact Ian and I say, what's going on? Do you have any assessment of the situation? Yeah, I contact Zap. Sorry.
Yep.
Make a matrix perception check. Is that?
Sure. I'm still hot simming. I'm not running silently. And you know what? I've got edge to burn. Nah, I don't need it. Fuck it. I'll save it.
So
that's
basically,
14.
what you're going to be doing right now, because he wants to know where the vehicle is.
Five
So
hits.
you're trying to find the vehicle through the matrix, basically, at this point.
Exactly.
Okay. I got 5 hits on that.
And because you had a link from the deck, you can follow that link. You kind of try to remember it. And you got 5 hits?
Yep, I did.
All right, so you're able to stream over and find that the vehicle is about 2 kilometers away right now, moving very quickly.
2 kilometers away, guys, moving very rapidly. They should be
I
here.
want to move in that direction on the bike, and when
Yeah, sure.
the vehicle is in my sights, grenade it. Bang.
All right, so you just start driving off like a crazy motherfucker. All right, now we're going to drop, and now it's the guys on the bike's turn. With his hand just shot off, he reaches down for the gun at his side, and he pulls it out, and he attempts to shoot Crank.
Oh shit!
With his,
I shot him in the head. He's
offhand.
not just screaming in pain.
Yeah,
With
now
his-
he's
with
going
his
for it.
offhand. Okay.
He's-
I'm
he's hopped
swift
up
as
on-
balls.
You can take it, Crank. You can take it.
I'm so
Don't
Crank
dodgy.
worry.
is dodgy. Like, that's just who he is.
Die, Joe gets your cyber.
He's also super good at dodging. You know the news. So what do I roll, Tom? Reaction?
Intuition plus reaction.
Okay. Yeah.
Plus, I'm not sure if you have a thing called combat sense, but if you do, you add that to it as well.
Combat sense. Where would that be?
In your added powers.
I do, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you were
Add the
physical
ranks to that
at
as
it.
well.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I'm
adept,
a gunslinger adept, yeah. So it's
no
going to be
wonder.
15 dice there.
That
Oh,
explains it.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, so 7 hits.
Yeah. What? Did he even shoot you? You're not sure. I don't know. You...
It's just bullet time for Crank. Like, he just
Yeah.
sees the bullet coming and he just, like, effortlessly just, like, moves slightly out of the way and it goes... In
Yeah,
fact,
like-
it's like Quicksilver. He just, like, pushes it slightly out of the way so it, like... so it, like, doesn't hit anybody else as well.
There was actually a power in 4th edition that allowed you to deflect bullets with swords, so... That was kind of
Right,
fucking
right.
bullshit.
This is where Crank shines. He's not good at planning, he's not good at talking, but when it comes to fighting, that's where he does his talking. Yeah.
Okay, so you easily dodge out of the way, and now we're going to go to Lily's turn.
I'll try, since the guy, I don't think it's gonna really be that effective, but I'll try it since he's not really cybered up. He's a bio freak. But I'll try to just, I'll point a finger at him and give him a slight mana bolt.
All
See
right,
if I
sure.
can kind of bring him to his senses.
All right, you're just going to, what, force 4-6?
Let me go 5
Sure.
and see how that is. Okay.
So 5 is the maximum amount of hits that you can get.
Okay. All right, that's fine. So then, as far as my die pool goes, rather.
That would be 12, but because you have the wolf spirit, it's 14.
Oh
Because the wolf
wow.
spirit gives you +2, so you're 14
Okay.
plus his combat spells.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. That's pretty good if I do say so myself. Okay. So 14 dice, 6 hits.
You point at this guy, and he just kind of, as if not even realizing what... He just screams as you can see the flesh on his actual skin start to necrotize, and the
Oops.
blue mana ebbs from his body, and he just drops to the floor.
Okay, there you go.
He,
Okay, and
he critical glitched his save, so
Ah.
he just took extra damage. He's down.
all right, and I point my finger up and blow it like it's a gun.
I'll
And then
see
start
that
walking
and
towards
do,
him.
do the same for my gun. Not to be outdone.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Better walk towards him. I may have to heal the guy's hand if possible to get him to. I don't know.
Yeah, look at this guy. He looks like he's really fucking unconscious right now. He needs first aid or he will die.
Okay. All right.
But we still have guys incoming, right? We still have like a
Yeah,
fucking-
like they're like 2Ks away. So Philip's
Okay,
going to be
all right,
doing
okay.
the thing.
Okay. Sure.
Unless we can grab and go. Okay. All right. So I'll rush over there then and
Heal
put
him.
a hand on his forehead and give him the touch.
All right, roll a heal check, and then we're going to flip to Philip, and Philip's going to have his own little combat thing going on. And Ian can help as well because he can hack the vehicle.
Okay. So is it the same thing, same pool, or is this
Yeah, except it's only 12 dice. You don't get your
12?
plus two.
Okay, not the wolf spirit doesn't help. Okay. All right.
No, Wolf cannot heal. Wolf can hurt.
Okay. All right. Oh wow. Okay. So there you go. 6 hits.
All right, he is actually going to heal 6.
Okay.
So he was just out, by the way, because basically I made the attack get +2 damage because he critical glitched. You did 6, so you got 6 damage. So that's 8 damage, and he took 2 from his hand being blown off. So yeah.
All right. If he's is he still unconscious or is he kind of?
He is awake, but we're going to snap to Phil. So
Okay.
Phil right now racing down. I want you to make a drive check as you're driving at incredible speed.
Awesome.
All right, sweet.
This is epic.
All right, so this is 14 dice. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is really good. All right, so that is 7 hits.
Okay.
Nice.
So pretty much these motherfuckers are driving straight, and you're able to take shortcuts through alleyways, leaping over bins and things like that to get to the location where you're pretty fucking sure they will be. And as you kind of stream out of the alleyway doing a massive, awesome power slide, that's where the motherfuckers are. As they're
I'm live feeding him information the whole way. What do you want me to do to their car? Gas, brake, what? Crank the wheel?
I say you amp up their gas as I ready a grenade.
All right, so I want you guys to roll initiative, and then we're going to have a little bit of a crazy vehicle combat.
Am I on Matrix initiative here? Yeah?
Yeah, you'll be rolling Matrix initiative, and
Alright.
I'll be rolling their Matrix, their physical initiative. Okay, they got theirs.
I got 3 different Matrix initiatives. What's that all?
I got a
13.
A 13 for. You want the hot sim one? One's
Right,
AR,
right.
one's cold sim, one's hot sim. I know
Yep,
this game
right.
is stupid.
Nope, I got it. Figured it out. Yep. I'm on 22. 10 plus
22?
46. Yep, 22.
You're first, Ian.
Okay. So to hack the vehicle, that's a hack on the fly, yeah?
Yeah, you can either data spike the vehicle because you already found its node. You can
And you
either
can-
hack the vehicle to get marks on it so you can control it, and that's about it. That's your choices.
Okay, I want to get controlling because I want to hit the gas.
See if there's
Alright.
any innocence.
7, 8 plus 7, 15 plus hot simming, 17. And you know what? I'm going to initial edge it too.
Jesus Christ. Do you want to take negatives to get extra marks?
Yeah, I want to get 3 marks. What do I have to take? -10, you said,
Negative,
yeah?
yeah.
Sure. 3 hits.
All right, I'm going to roll.
Did I do that right? Did I have the... Oh, no, shit. Hold on.
You didn't
I
edge?
didn't look at this.
You didn't click the
No,
initial
I
edge?
didn't put the +5. I didn't put the +5 dice.
Ah,
Hold on.
okay.
Still 3
Read-
hits.
just redo it.
Wow. Still 3
What'd you
hits.
get? Only 3
3
hits.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Sadly, you are unable to get through. You're being way too reckless as you're trying to rip like full admin security access into this vehicle.
Isn't there something I can do with edge to spend it to re-roll or something or succeed or anything of that
You
sort? No?
used edge to roll though, so you can't.
Yeah. So I can use it
Yeah.
twice in the round. Okay.
You did click the edge
Yeah.
button, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I did. It rolled really
That's just
bad.
too bad. Just out of reach, you're unable to get the security access. And now we're going to flip to the car. Just as you're ripping around the corner, Phil, the guy in the car immediately reacts with almost superhuman ability, and I want you to make an opposed drive check as the guy
Absolutely.
turns into you, attempting to run you over.
Awesome.
And you hear me go, motherfucking son of a bitch.
That is 6 hits.
You are easily able to slide out of the way, and you critically succeed. And as you're sliding out of the way, you're able to actually position him by, like, kind of how you kind of maneuver your bike to ram into a nearby light pole.
Nice.
Because you critically succeeded.
Sweet.
Awesome driving, my friend.
And as you kind of slide out of the way, we go to your turn. What would you like to do? Fire a grenade?
No, I'm gonna go old school. I was thinking about going hot, but I'm gonna go old school. I reach into my leather jacket, and I pull out the Ruger Super Warhawk,
Okay.
and I just take aim on my bike riding, and I'm gonna shoot the driver.
He's inside a heavily tinted window, so you're going to be taking a -3 because you can't probably see him. But that's about it.
Okay, sounds good. That's 4 hits.
You succeed. All right, I'm going to roll their body armor. What is the AP of your weapon and the damage?
The AP. It
Are
looks.
you using armor piercing rounds?
Yeah, it says something like E41 through 60. Does that sound right?
That's
It's minus
my range.
Page. Yeah.
It's
I'm
-2,
sorry?
yeah.
Warhawk is -2.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, -2.
So it's a higher number. That's the range on the bottom.
Oh, that's the range.
Right.
Oh, okay. Is the damage is 9p? Accuracy
okay,
is
thank you.
7. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so that's going to be a total of 10 damage to them, and he's going to roll his resistance check, AP -2, so armor, and then he's going to get his body. Okay. Oh, what the hell is wrong with me and rolling? I mean, he doesn't die, but he glitched. I got 8 ones.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
How
Yeah.
many
Yeah,
dice
Basically
did you roll?
impossible. Like, wow.
He was rolling 16 dice because
Restart
this guy's
your browser.
outnumbered. But
Jesus.
fucking
Wow.
hell, sure, yeah. You shoot at this guy, and apparently he kind of looks around to where the bullet enters his face, kissing the bullet as it smashes his teeth apart, shattering the window. You hear a loud scream from the inside of the car.
all right. I stopped the bike. I mean, because has it crashed into this?
Yeah, it's right now
Light pole?
like slow motion bullet time hitting the pole right now. So you're shooting this guy in the face who's just driving. Oh no, he's not driving. Sorry, because you're on the right side. Sorry, I'm Australian. It's a bit confusing for me because we're on the right side. Anyway, and you know you're shooting the passenger. Oh, sorry, the driver. You were going for the driver, so you would have shot the driver.
Yes.
You're shooting the driver, and he's right now ramming into a pole, and his whole life is flashing before his eyes.
So I stopped the bike a little bit ahead of him, and then that's when I dislodge the grenade launcher from the front, and I walk towards the van.
All right, so
Saying, "Get
you
the
can
fuck
stop
out!"
and pick it up. Get the fuck out. Okay. So they are now bullet time colliding with the pole, and then we're going to go up to Zap. What would you like to do, Zap?
Okay, so I've seen the vehicle crash. I've seen him shoot the driver, get off the bike, and start approaching with his grenade launcher out, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Data spike in the car, what? Does this damage to it?
Yeah, it cannot work.
But it's already damaged anyway, isn't it? Does it still
It's
look
being
operational?
damaged right now, yeah.
No, fuck it. I'm going to go for the same thing I did before.
Okay, sure.
I want to try to get control. So let's see. That's 22 dice, -10, with edge. That's more like it. 7 hits.
That succeeds. You have total access. You kind of your hand streaming out to get to the admin access, and then you kind of supercharge yourself and grab it in its entirety.
So I have full control of the car. Can I see how many people are inside?
You gain full control of the car instantaneously, and there are 4 people inside.
4 people inside, all in body armor and heavily armed, yeah?
One guy is not. One guy is kind of head down. He's got like something over his head. He seems unconscious. And on the security cameras, you quickly see that there are 3 people. One guy's got a bullet in his face right now and is driving, and the others are kind of bracing right now.
Okay, I lock the doors and kill the engine.
All right. I'll allow you to do that. And normally you can't, but I'm just letting you do that.
Oh,
Fuck it.
no, I couldn't? Okay, sorry.
That's fine, because it takes an action to do it, but I'm absolutely fine with you doing that. I'd say no, it'd be a free action to do that. No, you can do that. That's fine. Free action, I'd say you could do that. So now we snap back to them, and they collide with the wall as they hear the screaming of "Get the fuck out of the car!" All of the people on the inside are going to take damage, and the guy with the bullet in his face is probably going to die. The guy with the bullet in his face die. The guy, okay. So the guy on the front seat, the passenger side seat, kind of gets rocked and doesn't take too much damage. And the guy behind him kind of falls straight over, smashes his head on the side of the seat, taking significant damage to the skull. And the guy that's kind of unconscious kind of rocks around but doesn't take too much damage at all. At this point, the guy on the front seat, hearing the sounds of "Get the fuck out of the car," he seems heavily disorientated. He opens the car door, pulls out a pistol, tries to find where Philip is, but finds Philip's over there, and he just kind of tries to track him. The other guys seem way too disorientated, and the driver's dead. All right, Philip, your turn.
All right.
Boom, motherfucker, boom.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot this guy. Not with a grenade, though.
Are you going to move around so you have a better view, or are you going to try to shoot through the bulletproof glass?
No, I'm going to move to get a better view.
Yep.
And this this grenade launcher, it's like an Ares. It has like a gun on the top of it, right? And then the grenade launcher underneath.
Well, it's actually a gun with a grenade on the bottom. It's an underslung grenade launcher.
Yeah, so I was going to shoot the gun part at this guy.
Yeah. Do you have assault rifles?
Ooh, 1 second.
Or automatics? Do you have automatics? I'm not sure if you do.
I have pistols, but this is not a pistol.
Yeah, you can fire it, but it'll be at agility -1. Or you could pull out your pistol right now and fire at him.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna shoot the pistol.
Yeah. Well, you could easily have the assault rifle and then just kind of pull out your pistol, hold it like that, and bang. That's easy.
Yeah, there we go. All right, let's shoot this guy right in the face. Ooh, that's 4 6s and 1 5. So that is 5 hits.
All right, you succeed. You hit. Now I'm going to roll his damage resistance. And he takes a significant shot straight to the shoulder. And that ends him because he had already taken a bit of damage from the car. Poof! Just kind of rolls out.
Get the fuck out! Surrender now!
All right, make an intimidate check.
Sure.
Whoever's head pops out of there, I feel sorry for him.
All right, so that is no hits.
All right. So now we're going to snap all the way to
I think
Wow.
they know better. I think they know not to come out of there.
Can he spend edge to reroll?
Yeah, you can spend edge to reroll if you
What
want.
does edge do? If he spends edge, does it turn all fails into successes or something like that?
No. All fails. Wow, that'd be pretty good. No, you reroll. You get all the fails and you reroll them. So if you want to do
Well,
that.
I don't feel this. I only have 1 edge.
Turn
I don't
off
think it's necessary.
Yeah. So Phil, basically, you go to say, get the fuck in, you're like, get the... From the choking, the car smoke that's pluming out the top. So, Ian, it's your turn again, but I'm not sure what you could do. I'm going to be honest.
I've got control of the vehicle.
And the vehicle's not fucked, though. You can still kind of work it. It hasn't died, but it's taken significant damage.
Turn on the
Are the
radio.
windows all up and the doors closed?
Yeah, the windows aren't all up though. No, but the doors are locked.
I say, Zap, how many more henchmen are in there?
One more.
There's still 2 alive, although one is pretty out of it, isn't he?
No, that guy died. The people in the front seats are dead, and then there were 2 more people at the back, but one guy seemed to be a captive because he had a bag over his head.
Okay.
So
One,
that guy's alive.
one and a captive. Sorry, one and a captive. So sure, I'll just roll down all the windows and pop the doors open to give him
Sure.
a clean shot.
And now it's their turn. As the doors open, the guy kind of jumps out. He's really groggy-headed, and he just kind of he has a shotgun in hand, and he pulls up to fire at you, Phil, and he just fires very lazily and disorientated. He's taking a lot of negatives, but you still have to roll an intuition plus reaction check to dodge.
All right, sure. Where is my intuition located?
It should be on your stat sheet.
I see it. So
it's
it's intuition is a 5, and what else do I roll?
reaction, which should be really high for you.
Reaction is 6, so I roll 11 dice.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 hits.
Wow. You easily dodge out of the way as the shotgun slug, well, doesn't even get near you.
How
Hits the ground,
far away
shatters
is
the
he
concrete.
from me?
He's like a couple meters.
Would I have time to run up to him and just get close and pop him?
Yeah, sure, if you want. It's your turn, so.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just run up close and... how much negatives do I take for a headshot?
Oh, if you want to go for a headshot, if you want to go for the vitals, that's a -4, but you get a +2 to damage.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'll do.
Alright, he's going to roll his dodge check. He's horribly disorientated. Bam, roll that die.
Okay. That's 4 hits.
You succeed, +4 damage. He's already taken damage. He's going to roll that. Boom. Alright. Describe how his head explodes from the Ruger Super Warhawk.
So, all you see is a flash, and then you see a melon go boom.
Using Andrew's techniques, are you?
Yeah.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, so he's dead. In this wake, I'm assuming you're going to drive away on... are you going to get that person that's in the back, or...?
Yeah, I grab the person out of the back. How big are they?
They actually seem to be, relatively average sized. They're right now screaming.
I pull off the hood.
Are they an elf?
Yes.
Okay.
I look at them in the face, and I say, "Shut the fuck up. You're coming with me if you want to live."
They shut up.
And I lead them over to the bike, and I lead them away to our rendezvous point.
Yeah. I'm guessing you cut their restraints and bonds, get them on the bike, and then drive away?
Yes.
All right. And you're going to the elf person's home, or...?
Yeah, Jeremy's house, I think, is a rendezvous.
Yeah,
We're going to bring the guy.
I think that's the rendezvous, yeah.
Yeah, sure. And the person that you've gotten out seems to be a young girl, by the way. Probably about 19, 18.
Okay.
Good.
And the guy that we shot in the hand and mana blasted, can we bring him with us? We want to bring him with
So
us.
now I'm going to do that bit. So you guys
Sure.
switch back. And the healing spell is completed, and the guy kind of wakes up.
He's got a warhawk pointed to his brain, like right in his forehead. Don't move.
Skip the forehead, pointed at his brain.
Just kind of pushes it a little bit further into the skull.
I'm like, do not move, or I will explode you.
Don't. Oh fuck. Just.
You're coming
Come on,
with
Mike,
us.
give us a crank crazy face. Come on.
You're coming with us.
And
I don't want any funny stuff.
And all this time we're hearing like gunfire, a crash in the distance. yells of pain and screams and everything, you know.
Crank is hearing like classical music in his brain. This is when he's happy. This is when everything is zen for him. When shit's getting like crazy. This is where he thrives. So he's just like, and gun point this guy's forehead. Do not move. I'll fucking kill you. You're coming with us. We need to ask you some questions.
All right, and he does this.
My friend here is a fucking mage. She'll turn you inside out.
I think she just did, he says, holding his head.
Can we find something quickly to bind his hands together?
Yeah, sure, easy, done. They actually have restraints in here.
Oh,
This place
wow.
looks like a well-kitted out kind of, like, they have all kinds of shit in here, like weapons, racks, restraints.
Are there any explosive, like grenades or anything like that in here?
Looking around, there seems to be some ammunition, APDS, shock ammunition. You can also see like containers, and then you open the little boxes, and there's like needles with like narcojet in them and stun stuff. And this was
Easy. Don't start looking at all that that juice in there.
No, that's not what I'm interested in. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to get outside the door, right? And I'm going to leave the door open, and then as we're a decent distance away, I'm going to shoot the gas canister of the motorbike, hoping to blow up the building a little bit, because I don't want this shit to get around.
Okay.
Are you going to do a cool guys don't look at explosions?
Lily will pick up just any old kind of pistol and put it in her backpack, and then she'll kind of walk out with the guy with her finger pointed at the back of him, you know, like a.
Before I leave, if there's any Warhawk armor-piercing bullets, I'll take those because they're expensive.
Yeah, sure. Yep, done. I'll give you 50.
Okay. Yeah, and then basically once we're a decent distance away, Crank will kind of just like casually turn around, shoot the gas canister, and keep walking, and it'll be a huge explosion behind him, and he won't even look.
All right.
Yep, in slow motion, we walk away.
Yeah, he'll put on some sunglasses as well as he's walking.
And then he goes, "What the fuck did I get those sunglasses?" Sorry. And he leaves, and you guys get to the rendezvous point. You have the elf that you've gotten, and this guy who's been quiet the entire time when riding. Oh, by the way, the elf. Remember, you guys had ancients that took you guys here, and they're kind of watching this as the thing explodes as you leave, and they're just like, "Huh." Luckily, we weren't working against these guys, were you? Were we? Yeah. As you guys leave.
I'm immediately concerned for this elf who's been captured. I'd like to go talk to her and make sure she's okay.
Yeah. So you guys get back to the rendezvous point inside Jeremy's place, and you take in the decker, chuck him on a seat or whatever, and I'm guessing Phil would already be there. So,
Yeah, and as they throw the decker down on the couch, I come and I sit down next to him, and I start singing this song. I've been working on the railroad, and that's when I pull out the hammer. All the livelong day, and I take his hand in my hand, and I place it on the table next to me. And you kind of see the image in your mind of people working on the railroad lifting hammers and hitting bolts. And then that's when I come down with a hammer in my hand. Boom! Who are you working for?
So, like, as pretty much as you're doing this, he's instantly like, "I'll tell you fucking anything. I'll tell you fucking anything." Before you even come down with the fucking hammer. But you can do
There's
it anyway.
no need, Scorpion. There's no need.
No.
Hit him once anyway.
There's no need. Stop it.
Scorpion did it.
All right,
Guys
so I just
screaming
throw the
right now.
hammer down, I look over at Crank, and I walk over to the window, and I light a cigarette. Fine,
And he's
yours.
just like, "Gentech! I work for Gentech! Gentech!"
Gentech. Sorry, Posey. I don't mean to like deny you what you're doing. I just like Crank is like a good guy and he hates that kind of shit.
I say, do you know Alistair Kalevala? Who do you work for? Who do you work for in Gentech?
He says, "We're part of an experiment on trying to find out why elves live so long in their aging process, and we are the collectors." He says, screaming, just holding his hand and whimpering.
Who's we?
That sounds
Tell us who the
super
rest
grim.
of you are.
What'd you say, Ian?
Sorry.
Who's we? Who are your compatriots? Who else is helping you?
Well, from what I
Gentech.
understand, you killed them all. So,
All of them,
So
yeah?
wait, is Gentech a corp?
Yeah,
Yes.
so basically this links to the last mission that I did, where they actually
Okay.
infiltrated a place called Gentech.
Right. Okay.
Philip was, so his character can fill you guys in if you want.
Okay. Right. So we are
Yeah.
dealing with a corp. So I imagine there's more where these guys came from.
Mega.
And-
But I'm thinking maybe we're gonna have a contact inside the corp now. And I glare.
With one hand missing and another broken hand.
Yeah,
That's right. I think this guy's used to having cyber.
I would suggest killing this guy, to be honest.
Yeah.
Wait, the GM was telling us to kill him? Uh-oh.
I think so too. Like
So
he's just gonna.
the hammer just pins down and pulls up a nail out of the wood floor.
Yeah.
Puts it in between this guy's eyes, and the guy's eyes just kind of narrow.
Yeah, so he starts to
Really?
squirm as soon as he realizes what's happening, and he's just fucking mad.
Wow.
I wanted to give him a weapon so he could die with honor.
Oh, shut
Okay.
up, Crank.
All right,
Well, look,
so that's it. You guys have found out that Gentech was behind it all along. You are trying to collect elves for experiments on their immortality, or supposed immortality.
And I
Okay.
recorded that entire conversation, and I'm going to pass all of this information on to our Johnson, including the video footage of the vehicles and everything. So
Okay, so you guys are going to get you 7 grand, and because this was a feel-good run, you get 6 karma. Yay, feel good.
Oh,
All right.
cool.
Also, we get a $2,500 head fee for returning one person, right?
Yeah, you do. Yeah. That's not it. That's not each. So 2,500 divided by 4. So that's
Right,
how much
okay.
you get extra.
I just want to call the ancients as well and just let them know what the fuck is going on here. You know, let them
Yeah,
know
sure.
that people are targeting elves, and if because they're an elven supremacy group, right? Kind of.
So you
Just
guys
let them
get
know.
7,625 and 6 karma, and that is the end of that little chapter. As you will get back to get your money, tie up your loose ends, telling the ancients, and they're 100% for that. And it seems getting back the missing elves is going to be a lot harder than first expected. All right, and we'll just leave it there. It's something about tabletop. Thanks you guys for watching.